everybody. Welcome back to the Menage with the MariJayne podcast. I want to wish everybody a blessed, was it hump day? Yeah, hump day. I hope you had a great day, a prosperous week thus far. And I want to thank you for taking some time to coming on back and hanging out with us. We have some awesome guests in the building tonight for you.
Yes, we do.
So let me just say my what up here. Hello to everybody.
Yo,
Ms.
what's
Vida.
up? It's Vida bringing you life.
Yes, and we have a oldie but goodie in the house tonight.
Yeah,
we
where
got
you been,
Miss
bitch?
Lacey B back in the house, so she'll be
Finally.
popping in here. She's back there, twisting up something, getting ready for that sparking salutations. Yes, sir. So we have two guests that, in their own right, they inspire me. So I'm going to start over here to my left. This beautiful soul that you see sitting right here, she doesn't think that she has a lot of fans, but I'm sure people that are watching are like, oh, I don't know who that is. That's Taylor. So she is a fine artist, a muralist, a art instructor, clothing designer, creating beautiful poetry, spoken word. The vibe in her art gallery, which is opening this weekend, we'll talk a little bit about it, is bananas. Like, it is the most positive place. I was supposed to be in there 20 minutes, and 2 hours later, I was like, all right, I gotta go. But so we have somebody that is just an all-around dope-ass creative, inspiration, and somebody that's going to set the scene for art and creativity in Sacramento. So I'm gonna go ahead and shout out to Miss Taylor.
What up? Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you. My ego is very stroked right now.
Hey, did my job. I told you I had a fire opening for you guys. So, and as I said, she is the owner and the creator of Tailored Mind Studios and Art Gallery.
Tailored, like
Yes.
personalized.
I like that. I like that.
Tailored, you're not tailored for everyone. I
gotta
am
do it.
tailored.
Hey, I like that. So it is absolutely perfect because, like I said, her art gallery opening is this Saturday, February the 1st from 4 to 9?
4 to 8:30.
4 to 8:30.
But the way things are going, because I have some hidden stuff that I included that nobody knows about.
Yeah.
So it might be till 9.
Okay, we'll turn up. I know there's some awesome artists and other creatives that are going to be there. I'm like telling you guys, if you don't have anything to do, and you don't want to be the one that are like, oh, I missed out.
Right?
Tell
You
you
can
to shut
change
up.
your plans, actually.
You
Sure
know?
do. Or you can
There.
go to your first ones and then come after.
No.
Facts.
Hey,
Facts. Because I'm
yes,
volunteering and I got to ask, MariJayne Maven, that brand is just flourishing. So I got to ask to speak at a little event. But I was like, I got something to do. I'll be back and we'll do that. So, yes. But to my right here is the big homie. So
Hey.
let's see, 2
What
years
up, what
ago?
up?
2 years ago now. I have to
Doing
give
some
my little
change.
background. Yeah.
Doing some
2 years
change.
ago now, I went to another colleague of mine. I used to host networking events. And he said, come out to my business and there's going to be a networking event. Shit was crazy that day. Hubby, I don't know if you remember, but, between kids, needing to go here and there and everything, I was hella late. Like, hella late. But I walked in and immediately they're like, introduce yourself, blah, 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 blah. And there were people, I was getting the eye. There was a lot of vibes that were coming off that couch right there. Where you get that from? Who says that? You guys don't know that line? I feel a lot of heat coming off that couch right now.
DMX belly.
Yes.
Whoa.
See? Yes, I knew.
Damn.
That's why I was like, I know you have to know over
You're
here.
just coming in hot.
Right.
Like, it's just,
Hey.
okay.
It's it's that
I'm mad right now because I be getting it wrong every time.
No,
So
I
I'm
got
not
you.
mad.
she
at
knows
you. Like,
nothing. She knows nothing. She would not be. I love her to death, but I would not take her on a trivia show.
Oh, no, wait. I beg to disagree. But anyway. You
Love
got
all love
that.
here.
If it's
But
good
yes,
to have
see,
you,
this is
got
what
it.
we do. We get off. So yes, this gentleman here,
Yes.
he is somebody, like I said, I met at that event. There was a lot of just funk coming off of the crowd. And once I was done with my spiel, and I loved the challenge that people were giving me, so I was looking people right dead in the eye and just talking to them like, you gonna want to come and talk to me. So I step away and I turn around and this, tall drink of water.
You had what it took.
Wifey,
You
I'm just
said,
kidding.
"What's
Wife,
up?
I'm just kidding. I'm
What's
just
up?"
kidding. No. So he came up and we started talking, and 2.5 years later, he is a guest of mine. I do have so let me break it down though. So he is an entrepreneur, a mentor, an investor. He's a visionary, a traveler. He's a networker, an OG, and just all around a positivity magnet. Wherever I go and we just run into each other, everybody's there with him. He has the crowd. So this is J.P. Murphy, the homie.
What's up? What's up? Pleasure to be here. Peace and blessings. Thank you so much.
Yes,
I'm honored,
yes.
man. I'm honored.
Yes, no, I like he's such good energy.
I like
We've
the
definitely
last
connected.
two.
I
The
know.
OG.
The OG, you know, I gotta, like I said, I gotta, let
OG
everybody know how much
status,
I
yeah. Been around
appreciate
for a
you
minute.
Right.
and what I think about you. So we have, like I said, you're an artist and you're an entrepreneur in your own right as well, and you are definitely what I would call a true definition of what a modern entrepreneur is now, with having multiple streams of income and thinking outside of the box. And we'll talk a little bit about how you made that, kind of a journey from the East Coast to moving to Sacramento just out of the blue. Just picked up his family and, on the strength of his conviction of knowing his talent and knowing what his purpose and his passion is. So, I want to tell his whole story, but first time we, met at Lowbrow, I was like, what? Oh my gosh. We just kicked it off. So, got you. So, yes. I said that. See,
I'm excited about it.
See, she's starting already, guys. I have the script up, and she's going, I have it. I know what I'm doing. So, welcome, baby. She's starting already, y'all. It's, it's
We've
not
been together.
It's not brown,
We've
but
been together for a minute.
So this episode, I don't want to. We've all been dealing with as a nation, as a society. If you are a connoisseur and a lover of sports, and just being able to appreciate when someone is just like legit a legend. We all know that we unfortunately lost one unexpectedly, and it hurts. I definitely have to say it hurts. And so we definitely just want to, kind of dedicate this episode to the legend, Mr. Kobe Bryant, and his daughter, and to his wife and to his, his babies that are surviving.
Just the whole family, just anybody
everybody
who
that was
loves
in there
this
too.
Man, anybody who ever received joy in their heart, pleasure.
Yeah, and the other, victims as well. Very, 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 very sad. Yeah. I tell you that I woke up the next morning and I half expected the Today Show to be like, Kobe came out of the brush off the side of the mountain and he was battered and bruised, because that's how strong and just against all odds, I felt that he was. I'll admit, did not like him, because every time the Warriors were about to maybe pull it out, he want to pull back and just do something fantastic, and there go the Warriors with another loss.
He was enigmatic.
Very
like
much.
A lot of
very
people
much.
just don't. Like
Have that.
people are great
Enigmatic,
and they
that's a
do
good
great
word.
things.
SAT word.
Right, not to like belittle anybody, but when you personify something, that's that.
And he believed
thing,
it. Like he didn't just say it.
Because like
He
you just
lived
said,
it.
you were like, I really wasn't I didn't like him because he would ruin things for me. And but the person was
The
real.
respect
They
outside
had
of the game, and I have to
presence.
respect the game. I
Yeah,
love the game, so
exactly.
you have to give credit where credit's
was
due,
something
unless you're
else.
LeBron. Just kidding. That's a different one.
I
But
remember. Does anybody remember Kobe's rap songs?
unfortunately,
And with
let's
Tyra
not.
Banks on the
Let's-
beginning,
oh.
like
Just
Kobe,
posted,
Oh, I remember listening to them in the car and being like, "What the fuck?" But okay.
Tyra Banks shouldn't have been on anything but America's Next Top Model.
Right,
That girl
'cause
can't act. She
It
can't.
was terrible. She was the worst part. I'm
God.
not saying Kobe was a rapper.
To this
but
day,
Tyra, good Lord.
higher learning, I cannot when she's on the screen. Oh my good Lord. But yes, so we're getting off topic. But yes, so hello to everybody that's watching live. As always, we have a new little moniker for our producer. So he's going to be the hubby now. So he is on, be able to answer and take any questions if you guys want to join us and give a little shout out. If you haven't yet, subscribe. You want to. So shout out to everybody that's listening on all of the other streaming platforms, because we are on all of them. The latest, iHeartRadio.
Hey.
Yes. So we are doing big things. We have an additional country internationally that has recently been downloading like crazy. Yes. So it's all happening. It's fantastic. So as you all know, we start each episode with a what? Spark and salutations. I like that. See, and that's cute. Everybody almost said it together.
Look at Lacey B over here,
right.
all
Oh,
extra.
what? Can you
prepared
guys see that?
stuff.
You gotta slide on in here. These are two big ones. These are, Welcome back, Lacey B. I mean,
Hello.
I'm talking about here.
I'm in hot, Lacey B.
Yes. Whoa. Live show. Things happen. Things happen. And JP over here, he brought some fire. He brought some great treats for us. Yeah, great treats.
The spark is like more than a spark. It's a motherfucking eternal flame.
It's starting already, guys. It's gonna be good.
Let me take my jacket off.
Let me clear my throat. All right, so we are all crazy right now.
We're excited.
We're all changed, but it's good. It is.
Do this.
You guys know, all everybody that's been loyal. We turn up a little bit, and I'm giddy. I'm an Aries,
That's
so
what
I
you came
get
for.
excited. So I do. Why we all lit up here? Let me go ahead and jump into our quote, which is definitely going to set up the episode, and it's going to play into what I would like our two guests to talk about, what I will talk about as well. And like I said, if you guys want to jump on YouTube, and if you guys want to do like an IG live, and we can do that too. You can jump on in. Come on in. We're all family. Because we're all menaging together, right?
Come
With this good flower. So the quote today is from the legend, and that's how I will always refer to him. It will be the legend, Kobe Bryant. And it speaks to me. It took me a really long time to actually decipher between the 100 greatest quotes that man's ever said, and he had a lot of nuggets, so that was pretty hard. But this one is: everything negative, pressure, challenges, is all an opportunity for me to rise. Said Kobe Bryant. So that's kind of where, it's kind of where I want to start off here. So Taylor, you tell me and tell everybody your journey, a little bit about who you are, what you do, what your passion is. And if that if you relate to that, have you had obstacles, challenges that at first maybe you were knocked down, but then you were able to turn that into something that helped you to elevate?
Definitely. That's my whole life story, really. But my dream is what I'm doing now since I was a young child, which is to build up the community by using art and programs. Just because the way I was brought up was with love, and my family just took in anyone from all walks of life, and honestly, you're still doing it. But I wanted to do that on a grand scale and hopefully on a global scale. So
like that.
Definitely, I've had obstacles. My biggest obstacle is me, honestly, which is my health, which is my physical and my mental health, because that also infects everything else that I do. So I'm also always on a constant managing myself, and you can always see me beat myself up more than anybody else, which is, for everyone. But I'm especially hard on myself to just try to do better and prevail.
You do it in a way, though, that it's like, how some people will say things and it's like, God damn, they are fishing for a compliment, or for me to be like, no, that's not what it is. You really 100%, you're very just transparent. Like I said, we first met, we spoke for 2 hours, and I was like, girl, what? Like, I felt like I could completely see not any insecurities, but maybe things that you were probably running through your mind while we're sitting there talking, wondering if I'm thinking this about you. And then on the flip side, I'm doing the same thing. Like, I'm like, okay, am I presenting myself well enough? Like, I want to let her know, that the MariJayne Maven supports what she's doing. So it's a refreshing way in how you manifest it, because like I said, it's natural, it's a transparent thing, and it's a thing that's going to make people gravitate towards you. Because they seem like you're real.
Real authentic.
Yes.
I've been hearing that a lot.
Yeah. I wish I could reach for a better word quickly, but it's just
I like the word genuine. The fact that I'm not trying to present that, I'm just being me, and I'm trying to be relatable as much as possible, which is why I will, share my true feelings on social media, because honestly, I have no motive. My motive isn't fame. If I get famous off of what I'm doing, fine.
There it goes.
You know what I'm saying? But that's not what my motive is. My passion is art first.
Yes. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And art is all forms. So it's expressing yourself
Art,
verbally. It's
period,
yes.
art.
Whenever you feel something, artist, you feel it, you gotta express it. Because if not, it's just a whole bunch of feelings here. And I completely can relate to that. Entrepreneur as well. We very similar characteristics in being, an artist and being somebody that's an entrepreneur, because when you're an entrepreneur, you never stop thinking. You're always thinking outside the box. You are ready for risks. Same, with artists, you have to be ready to take that risk. somebody may not get what you're trying to put across, but you have a vision and you have a voice, so you have to do it. You know, as an entrepreneur, I come up with like 7 great billionaire ideas a day. Easy.
A day.
Right.
A minute?
Right?
What are you
Yeah,
talking
so-
about a day?
Yeah, you know, so
Stop
and
being
yeah, that's
modest.
on a slow day, you know. But it manifests itself in ways that you don't even imagine until it's right in front of you. Would you say that as well? And how does that kind of relate to that quote? You know, how can you relate to? I'm sure we've talked before, so I know you've definitely had some challenges that you've overcome, and you know, we are honest here, so you want to share it all, share it, because there's somebody out there that's going to hear both stories and be inspired the same way that I am by you all. So how does that, you know, correlate to you?
Like the pressure bust pipes
Yeah.
type of
Yeah.
situation. Yeah. I mean, yeah, like my life story too. You know, there was a lot of pressure. You know, I was the man in the house since I was 12. You know, that whole story. You've seen that movie before. Realized real quickly that I was asking for shit I wasn't getting from moms. So, you know, the block was hiring, and my cousin had to work. He used to steal from my uncle, so, you know.
Good.
And
Do
at
it,
14 years old, got my first little pack, you know, little,
Gave you a taste.
yeah, little
You had a
quarter pounds of
created-
dirt weed. You know what I
created
mean?
a
I thought I
little-
was Scarface, bro. I was in my room,
Got an
shirt off,
appetite.
had shorty bagging up dimes with me in tinfoil. Like, it was lit, man. And I never
Gave
turned
you an
back since.
appetite, huh?
I'm 36 now, you feel me? I never
Yeah.
stopped. But
So, and where'd
back-
you grow up? Share with everybody.
Jersey. I'm from Jersey.
Jersey.
Oh,
Jersey
East
boy
Coast.
right here.
I'm a
Yeah.
North Jersey boy.
You don't
yeah.
hear it? You
If you
hear
ever
it?
seen
I know.
some-
I mean, I hear it,
No
but
doubt.
you know, we on the west, just so y'all
Oh,
know.
West Side's the
I
best
mean,
side, no
okay,
question.
exactly.
Oh,
Sorry.
that's what I'm out here.
Am I tripping, bang bang? No.
We were in New Orleans and like we were in the mall and these people were like, "Oh, you're from California," and I said, "Yeah," and they're like, "You guys speak so proper," and you know, and they're imitating me. I was like, "I don't sound like that," you know, but
Right,
to them, so
stop it.
yeah, I just stop, okay? No, so yeah, so it this because this.
Well,
we're
it
being
gave you a
serious,
taste
but
for
we're having a
money.
good
That's
time
what
here.
it sounds
I'm
like.
trying to be serious. We're having a good
Yeah,
time.
so-
It gave you an appetite
story
for
that
the
we're
dollar.
having. Yeah.
That's
It did,
kind of what
and-
makes you the
and
executive,
it
right?
was- Well, yeah. I mean, I'm the guy that just sold. You name it, I sold it. You know what I mean? I wasn't really a job kind of guy. And then, you know, I even did and during my journey. I even did the college thing, man. My mother said go to college. I was a mama's boy, so I listened. It was the best 5-year party of my life. Shout out to King University, you feel
Right.
me? The homie Arsenal went to my college too. The battle rapper Arsenal.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Yep.
That's
So,
like very similar to Chain's story. He's
it
like,
was
I went
dope.
to college and, you know,
It was
lived my
dope.
life, but he was
like-
hustling.
It was an ill experience, man. I made some good connections, but I didn't really do shit. You feel me? I passed, but I had a blank resume because I was hustling the whole time. Put myself through college. So, you know,
Pharmaceutical sales, I could
you
do
know
that.
what I
I'm good
mean?
at that.
So you know, in the meantime, between time, trying to find my way, graduated 06, with a blank resume, nobody would hire me, got a shitty sales job, got another shitty sales job. Meanwhile, still doing my 1-2s.
Yeah,
and
because you have to, because it's a
and then-
shitty sales job.
yeah, man, and then dealing with all the life bullshit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like losing your homies and all the street bullshit, and you know, burying your friends and all that, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of pressure in that helps me get through things as an entrepreneur. Like, you know what I'm saying? Your right-hand man took his life with your gun when you 19, you feel me?
Yeah.
So I could go do public speaking because of that, because that shit don't
You
scare
can
me.
build on that.
Yeah.
Like
You can
that's
build
the
on
that's
that.
the life that people wish.
Yeah.
It sounds crazy, but people wish they had that much pressure.
It's either gonna
people
be
be
the-
cracking under their non-pressure.
It's either gonna be the anchor in your boat or the wind in your sail, man. Shit like that.
Right
You feel me?
there,
So-
right there. So I've seen pictures, you know, on his like Facebook and stuff when he's younger. And I meant to tell you, I was looking today. I was like, oh, he hella looks like John B in this one picture.
Okay, I got
Wait,
a John B
what?
story.
John
I got a
B,
John B
though?
story.
been
Okay,
trying to
so
figure
back
it
when
out.
John B was popping, like I was, you know, I wasn't no R&B dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm hardcore. You know what I'm saying? So every girl in my hood called me John B.
Yeah,
That's fucked up.
Now
I
I would
wouldn't
eat
take
that
that.
alive right now. If I
Right,
knew
okay.
now, I knew then. But I
Man.
was like, yo, chill, shorty. You know what I'm saying?
if y'all don't know who John B is, stop
better
it.
put it
You
on your
better
list.
right now. Like
Yeah,
that's
and I
shooting
had
R&B.
I had the thin.
Oh,
thin.
no, you didn't. No, you didn't.
He was
I'm
doing
telling
it
you,
live.
these
You did it.
twins. For real,
did it.
these
Oh.
twins.
Go ahead.
real.
Man.
Sing something to me. Serenade me real quick.
I can't sing though.
Come
I
on,
can't
now.
sing. I promise you, I can't sing. I can
Come
spit
on,
a little
what
bit.
was
but I
it,
can't
Johnny?
sing.
Yeah, that's all he had to do. I could
man.
sing, you know, that East Coast swag. I'm sure he probably was able to get out of that when
Man.
girls were probably, you know, sing to me. You know, he just threw a little something.
Did you just
Yes.
have a hum
I
at
can
least?
sing some Frank Sinatra for you.
Yeah, some
son.
Frank, okay.
I got like an old Frank Sinatra voice. You know what I mean?
We should ask his wife. You know, I'm sure we
I
can call her
promise
up.
you-
No, she'd be
I
like, I
promise
don't
you,
know.
she tell you I can't sing.
I know, because we're honest. Oh, so babe, boy, where you were gone, we were talking about how I can't like handle hearing chewing. And he looked at me, he's like, why do y'all do that to us? Like,
I stuck up for you, bro.
I
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
it's not, I don't do it on
bullshit.
purpose. Don't do it on purpose.
It's a condition.
It took him like a good 5 minutes to eat 3 tortilla chips because he was trying to chew.
My daughter on that bullshit now.
And I was irritated. Though. I was like, oh my God, eat those chips.
Cool.
Yeah, I
Can't
was
even
so
do a
irritated.
chip.
So irritated. But, barbecue chips. Oh, God.
Get soggy in your mouth first.
Well, you put a chip in your mouth. You don't go, but you put it.
You would hate hearing
Close your
me.
mouth.
Do you crunch?
I'm a smacker, especially when it's good.
See, I don't mind.
No.
I like mouth sounds.
Well,
Oh yeah.
in other places, hey, we're getting off. Hey, we talk about pressure in that way.
Like with food or, you know, whatever.
You've been doing that
Like,
lately.
what's wrong with that? Like,
Y'all been
look, I'm
noticing that?
eating, okay?
You been noticing that past couple episodes, guys? She been doing a lot, throwing them subs.
ASMR.
You know, we're going into the month of love, so
ASMR.
Yes, we are. Cuffing season.
Crab
is
Yes.
upon
and
us.
sauce.
It's officially here.
So-
It's cuffing season.
yeah. So as you
Come on,
all
you're
can
with
see,
me, right?
Chaz isn't with us today, but I do have a very special listener letter that I wanted, a male opinion. So we're gonna be asking all the men. Actually, we're outnumbered
boy.
this time.
What?
We're men to women in here this time. Normally, wow, I'm just not noticing that. It's a lot of
Thank goodness
testosterone
you're
here.
here.
So, but yeah, so we'll be talking about that. I want to definitely get your insight on whether you think Valentine's Day is just a ruse. And you've been with your wife for
16
Okay,
joints.
yep, so,
16
yeah.
joints.
So, right, same,
Sweet
same.
Yeah,
16.
sweet 16.
So,
16 candles.
especially you, like yeah, I get,
Yeah, it's been a
I don't
minute.
expect anything for Valentine's Day. Like we can go kick it, have a good
Right.
dinner, and do
Have
something
some
like
dinner.
that. I hate the car commercials where they're like, "Oh, how about you?" I'm like, "You bought a car for Valentine's Day?
That's
Like, what is-
weird.
where do they do that at? Like, I want to know."
Yeah, that's
So,
odd.
but yeah.
I would be perplexed by that.
We'll talk. We'll talk about that. So I want you guys to just really, like I said, share your story about anything that you feel comfortable about that is going to help somebody. So this episode, I really want to educate, but I want to be able to help eradicate any, uneasy emotions or uncertain feelings that people are having about where they are in their life.
Yeah.
And I think, why this is so, important to me is because, like I said, we all know what just occurred.
Right.
And I think it definitely shines a light on what's important and making your dreams come true. I mean,
Yes.
he said nothing but that constantly.
Yes. Can I
You know,
say
so-
something? So you as
No.
an artist, when it comes to making your dreams come true, artists have a harder time than executives. Would you agree with that? We just-
in one sense.
We just don't allow ourselves with executive decisions and money and like function. People kind of step forward, but I think with art, sometimes people shy.
Nah, there's no difference.
No,
It's everybody who does for themselves always has a battle within themselves.
okay, that's true.
No matter because
The
you have
pressure's always there.
Yeah, because you have a vision you want to uphold or that you want to put out there. So you're always going to be your hardest critic. And if it's not if it's not
Oh,
going the way you want it
hallelujah.
to go,
Yeah.
you're gonna feel it.
And feel it hard, and I take it hard.
Yeah.
I'll be like in my room watching reruns of stuff, just in my feelings. But
I feel like the artist me takes it harder than like the executive me.
not for me because my level of success is probably above and beyond what anybody else's level. It's always different from the outside looking in, and you feel different. But I know for myself, I'm always, it's just who I am. I'm just born this way, but there's no one is more important than the other.
No,
to me,
it's
it's
yeah.
There is a difference though because
Yeah.
as a painter solely, I'm a little bit more relaxed. You gonna like my work or you're not. It's not for you. It's for me.
right.
You know what I'm saying? But as a business holder in the arts and doing everything I'm doing, there is a little bit more of, okay, I got to watch what I say. I got to watch what I do. I got to watch how I'm being
in the
seen.
business arena itself or just overall? Because I think in your field, same way. My art's not for you. Maybe my approach is not for you. And that's, you know what I'm saying? Like you need to
Well,
be you. And I understand business,
It depends on what you're going after. So for my space, I'm trying to be a home for everyone. So I I can't exclude anyone, or I can't make anyone feel like they're not welcome, because the minute they do, I mean, not everybody's gonna like me, and that's fine. I'm not tailored for everyone, right?
And this is Sacramento, so hey,
right.
you know.
But at the same time, I gotta be watchful and mindful for that, and how I can
how you move and everything. Yeah.
So executive decisions are like mindful.
Yeah,
you know
being
what I
mindful.
mean?
But people should be mindful. Period.
Right, because
strategic.
life is your company, so
yeah. Hand it
be
back to them.
executive.
Not
in
that everyone is
functional
mindful,
way.
but-
Right. Yeah.
But it's very, I know, as I feel that I'm in the middle. Like I said, I'm, a creator. I love to plan things. I talk to somebody, and I know when we first met, I was looking at her. I was like, I'm listening, but I'm thinking of 35 different things right now that we could be doing in here. And, on a weekly, I was there. Like, I was so excited. I was sweating. I was like, I have.
Yeah, you're exciting. Like, I
but,
bet you
yeah.
people throw a lot of shit at you a lot of the time. They're
They
like,
do.
oh, listen.
They do, and I like the fact that people are so willing to help and be there for me and support me, because I didn't know I had that. And then the fact that people are able to see my vision. Every single person who has walked into this studio has said these 3 words. This is a safe space. That's not 3 words. But anyway, this is a safe space.
This statement, but yes.
Right. And that's exactly what I'm trying
Yeah.
to portray. And the fact that people are saying that off the back on their own, that's beautiful.
It's just very, I know when we first met and we spoke through Instagram and whatnot, I was like, oh, she is not playing. Like, she was very this is what we're going to do, and I prefer if you do this at this time. And I was like, okay.
And you're like that. You're like that. That's
and so
you.
I
Like,
respected
you're
it, though.
that,
I respected it. So when
That's
we've
why.
met, she, not in a just straight about way, but kind of was like, so just if I came off a certain way. And I was like, no, you came off how you are. And that's what people, like I said, relate to. That sense of like, damn, she is being stripped down herself. So take it or leave
But
it.
it rubs people the wrong way sometimes.
Oh, believe me, I
too,
know.
you
Oh,
know?
yeah.
It
Well,
rubs
when
people
they're
the wrong way.
not secure, when they're unsure.
I don't know how you
when,
came up to me like, yo, what's up? What's your name? She just walked up to me in the
They were
parking
kicking in the parking lot when I got here.
She's
They
like,
was
I like
kicking
your
it.
energy. I was
Yes.
like, I like your energy. What's up? What's your name? That
She
was
she
cool
reads it very
shit.
much. You can tell that
So
she's kind of.
So when your energy is already shifting within yourself,
Yeah.
I'm too much.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm too much, because I'm very sure about my energy. I'm very sure about my placement and what I'm supposed to be doing through God. And when I'm around
Good
other
for you,
people
man.
who are not sure about themselves, I become too much, and I'm
They get
toxic.
shaky. They
But
get
that's
shaky.
but that's in
They
any
can't handle your
situation.
greatness.
Yeah.
They
That's
can't
what it
handle your
is.
That's
Yeah.
greatness.
literally
They don't
everyone
understand it.
here at this table. Like, you get it, I get it. MJ
Yes,
gets it.
yes,
JP gets
yes.
it. Go around to the hubby, Lisa B, around the room.
Yes,
everybody.
it's something that you face. I mean, my 8-year-old dealing with it in elementary school right now, and I have to tell him,
13-year-old.
I'm breaking it down, and I said, they are jealous,
Right.
and I'm trying to tell them like, have it be like good.
Kids especially,
you
you gotta
need
bang
it.
them in the
Yeah.
head
Oh,
with that,
you
man.
know.
They need
and
to know that.
I'm like, just it's going to happen. Over and over and over again. You have to understand there are haters in this world. That is their position. They put themselves there. Let them do their job. That's what they're good
Especially
at.
when you're raising dope little humans.
Dope.
Yes,
Like,
you know,
they
and I
can deal with
mean,
that.
my kids are dope.
Be
okay?
knowledge of self.
Right,
The kids,
exactly.
the children that we're raising, they know who they are.
Right.
Yes,
exactly.
even more so now, whether we instill it in them or they have the access to the information to do that.
Everything
So,
they need is there.
yeah.
There's
So,
no denial of who they are. They've been given every tool.
how many
Right.
kids are there in between all of us in this room?
I
So,
got a 3-piece.
yeah, yes, and I just had a little one.
Just had a little one. Shout out
Yes.
to Gianni Lorenzo. You heard me?
So cute, little Fanny, so
mans.
cute. I'm
Just
okay. There we go. I'm gonna end here. All right, and then I have 3. I know. How do I have 3? Crazy,
Oh,
I
right?
know you're like 12.
I know. I did my. I'm not gonna say. What was the TV show? Out of this. Yeah. See, I don't have to like give you the actual words. You should just know. So, Out of This World.
whatchamacallit.
And just
And
you know.
can't eat chips.
You soak your chips with spit.
But he loves me though. It's been forever. I said, how long are we together? Forever. I was like,
How
Yep.
long?
it's been, this year is what, 2020? It'll be 19 years.
Oh,
in
y'all
June.
got me. That's what's up, big dog. Right,
15 years married, 19 years,
All right.
yeah.
That's what's up.
That's why
It's a beautiful
he's
thing.
the hubby. I mean, you
20.
don't think he didn't
20.
Mr.
deserve
Jones
it.
got us over there.
All right, salute.
16 married,
Salute.
20 together.
Okay. Oh, you
Dope.
see, right in there.
21 this year.
5. Okay. See, look, there is
You
so
gotta
much
do
love
some
going on here.
time before
There's so
people
much
call you
love.
the hubby.
Yes.
And I'm single.
So hey, I was waiting for it. I was waiting because
Hey,
I
somebody
was
still
looking.
living the dream.
Look,
All right.
Hey, me and my wife is single too.
hey,
We always looking for a girlfriend.
that is
And I'm forever
dope.
21.
that episode's
wait,
coming
didn't
though.
that just,
So
like, go
remember what
bankrupt?
Mr. Jones
Sorry.
just said because that episode's coming. That's a whole nother vibe. That's a whole nother one. But when we met, I was like, well, you know what? How do you not have anybody? I'm like, in Sacramento with the community that we have, and people are shooting they shot in 2019 into 20. They are not playing. They're
Don't lie. You know
they are there.
somebody shooting a shot.
She's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I was like, you have too much of
You don't
a
have to give us
presence.
details, but right. We're not dumb. We know what's up.
Well, look,
Somebody. Say
I'm
what's
focused.
up. Okay.
I'm very focused, and I'm gonna stay focused.
That's what you gotta do.
I have not met or encountered anybody who is as focused as me that I wouldn't fear that they would be a distraction.
Okay.
Now, if that person did come about,
Right.
I wouldn't dismiss it. But right now,
Right.
I'm focused.
But if you're watching right now, it's okay if you just go ahead and drop a little comment and
Shoot
say,
your
hey.
Ladies and gentlemen, she's looking for a killer. She needs
Right?
a cold killer.
Hey, right?
A killer for real.
Yes.
She trying to get,
She's somebody
trying
that
to
can
build
go
something.
with.
Listen,
Right?
Trying to
but
build
listen,
something with somebody. I feel that.
she didn't deny that somebody shot they shot. She just said
I'm-
nobody worth.
She's been at a
getting
couple
all
of
shoot
events
blanks.
lately. I know
Right.
you're at Trap Art and stuff.
I
I know what's going
entertain.
on.
We can have fun.
Right.
We can
Hey.
go do stuff.
That
fun
is
stuff,
exactly the mindset
you know.
you should have.
But
That
other than that,
is.
I'm focused.
You getting to
Hey,
it.
I'm focused, man.
Yeah.
But like I said, I won't dismiss
hell
anything.
Yes.
Feel that.
So Lisi B got the baby too. And so yes, a little diva. She just you look at her and you're like, ooh girl, she's a handful, isn't she? But she's
Okay,
sweet.
first kid.
Me. She's a little me. So it's definitely very interesting. She's 5. So
Oh,
she
yeah.
got that age to where she's definitely grown into her personality, and
Yeah.
she's a
Kindergarten?
kindergarten.
Oh.
Yeah, so she's in kindergarten.
Yeah.
And
They're learning their independence because they're learning their letters and how to
she's
write,
very outspoken.
playing outside and stuff.
Yeah.
You have to raise your children to be outspoken, but they need to learn to do it in the right situations. Because my sons be saying stuff, I'm like, no. So,
Right,
no.
right.
You say that to
Yeah.
no,
Yeah,
right.
you got to know your audience.
Yeah, that's right. Identify, right? So, but really quickly, what I do want to talk about is what your businesses are here in the area. I mean, you do a lot of things, but I want to give you a little bit of shine about what you do, and possibly there'll be somebody out there that may want a little mentorship and may want to come and check out, what you have going on. I don't know what you have. Maybe.
Yeah, no doubt. Okay, so all right, so on the cannabis side, I got a delivery service, Daily Dose Exotics was Daily Dose deliveries at one point. And then I'm helping my homeboy Chris with Higher Vibrations build Higher Vibrations distribution.
Okay.
We just got
That's what we
licensed and
need.
all that. We're coming out as Powerhouse Distribution.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
That's a
thank
big
you.
thing
That
right
was
there.
a
That's
long
nice.
road,
Big
man.
things.
Anybody in the industry that knows about licensing and all that.
We talked about it. Our
that
very
shit
first
is-
meeting.
man.
You were like, "What is the Sacramento scene like?"
Right.
And
Yeah.
2.5 years ago,
Are you guys,
it was completely different.
gonna, focus on keeping it real
Yeah.
local?
Always.
Okay.
Yeah. We can, yeah, like, can you clarify what that means before I'm like, yeah, always? I feel like
Local,
say
like
yes.
farm to spark, baby. Keeping your growers and just keeping people
Oh,
in the
yeah.
loop. Like I love how when you hit me with the pre-roll, you said I rolled that myself.
Yeah.
Fresh. This ain't no boo boo.
No
and I
doubt,
said,
no
"Oh, you
doubt.
heard us?" He said, "No, I'm just telling you this how I do it." And I was
Yes.
like, "Okay."
He has
Yeah,
fire.
to answer your question, absolutely. So I'm the one going to the farms, interviewing the farmers, checking the packs out, negotiating the prices and all that. the
I
quality.
am a
How many you
great.
doing a week?
I'm great to
know?
stand in the background and just observe
Yeah.
when you go to these
And we
farms. So
smoking-
you know,
we
Yeah.
smoking.
You got your farm to spark
yeah,
back
you
up,
gotta
like,
smoke
what's
it,
up?
know what it's because I don't sell nothing I don't smoke. You feel me?
Right.
So
Thank you.
that's always
Thank
worked
you.
for me.
Yep,
Just
I love
thank
that.
you.
So,
So-
you are definitely.
so-
I don't say the black market, but you guys are more. You're on the legal side. So with your delivery service and everything.
Yeah.
Maybe sometimes. Okay. All right.
It's good. It's
You
good.
know,
Everything is good.
Well, I'm always looking for some
Everything
fire
nice.
concentrates. I
Everything
finally
nice.
I finally got the hubby on the wax. And
Oh.
yeah.
Okay.
So it's
Okay.
nice. Got a little
How's the
pen
dab
and
life
everything.
going
You know.
so far? How's that?
Dab life?
How's the dab life, Dad?
Every Thursday.
Getting
Yeah.
the wax
We
in?
stock up every Thursday from the same. I mean, it's just fire.
Dedication.
What's up,
But,
man?
you know, you build loyal customers, and you know, in that, and they help to like spread your brand. Because I tell people, look,
Chapo.
hey, yes, Chapo's fire. So, what I want to do as well is, you know, this is somebody that maybe you guys can kind of connect
Right.
and
Tell
work.
us what's up.
right.
You got a report for us, don't you?
I
I'm
think
sorry.
somebody just completed or is in the process of completing, or what's going on with that equity program, ma'am. She's blowing up, doing little events, you know, her own. little-
I've been really quiet, as in that's the
You have to
thing that I
move
just wanted
in
to,
silence.
I just been really quiet with my moves and how I've been trying to really kind of create what I want to bring as far as with the blaze and the brand that I'm trying to do. So it's really like I really want to. I want to create a space into where, like, if you're stressed out, you're in Sacramento, you need somewhere to relax, and you need a place to kind of like congregate, and you need
Where your community is, where our community is. So,
that's
yeah,
really
okay.
the basis
like
of
that.
kind of what Blaze is.
Like a
is
canna
to
spa.
Spark your fire and to really like kind of get back into
Trademark.
yourself and to really kind of ground yourself
Yeah,
again. And
yeah.
because a lot of people are stressed. Like
Well, that could be a lot of different
everyday
services that you
life.
provide there, you know, and I think that there is a movement towards building your own spirituality, however that may look to you. So, you know, meditating,
Definitely.
you know, or people are using, you know, mushrooms now to help out.
Yeah,
You know,
shout out
it's a
to
little
Santa
bit-
Santa
right?
Cruz.
Yeah,
Shout out to
yeah.
Santa Cruz. It's all good
I heard
there, all
about
good in
that
Oakland.
too.
Yeah,
Wait,
everything. Yeah, they
who?
do
What'd you
in
say?
Oakland. They
Last
have
night
them.
just decriminalized. It's all
Yeah,
good.
they did.
Yeah.
So that's like the microdosing
Microdosing
community.
psilocybin
I've
action.
never
Right.
tried
Dots,
to
baby.
And
do
that's
it
an
before.
I had one.
offset of
Oh.
Timothy Leary from Berkeley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Timothy Leary's the OG.
I could probably do it now. When I did it before, it was all bad. We were watching Finding Nemo, and I was like, I'm in the ocean, I'm drowning.
Well, listen,
it was
don't-
not good.
don't
in college.
like
Yeah, it was
be
not good.
around
It was not
people
good.
that you really trust. And
Yeah,
like
see,
that
well,
is some of your comfort.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah,
It's
it was
all
just-
about environment.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
me, hubby, and our two roommates.
Okay.
You know, so.
I'm on them right now.
Hey,
Oh my God.
like that. This is what we
Frodo.
do here. I
He's a
like
Frodo.
that.
Daily.
We get lit. It's hella lit.
So
you know?
micro, or you just
well,
doing
like
back?
in a shake.
1
Gram?
gram.
1 gram? That's cool.
Maxi micro.
He like
Maxi.
as he's smiling like
Maxi
I feel
dope.
it.
Wow.
I see that later.
Good producing here. We have the great best engineer right now. Best
You
engineer.
know he got his shit down.
Man, I like that.
Love
So
that. Yeah, that's
you know what?
amazing.
Yeah, his
I
vibe.
grew
You know, I
up
was born in Berkeley. I think I said that last time. Like Berkeley, shout out in the house, peace, man.
Who shouts out Berkeley?
right.
Shout out to
Thank
Berkeley.
you.
Even when Berkeley gets busted, it'd be like busted.
Here she
busted.
go.
Be like, what the
Look.
happened to Berkeley? Shit.
I shout out Elk Grove though. He says the same thing.
Oh no.
Tucson
Where everybody
best, Elk
from,
Grove.
though? Where everybody from though? So Berkeley.
I was born in Berkeley.
Elk Grove.
Elk Grove. I mean, I was born here,
But I was
Pittsburgh,
raised
Elk Grove.
a lot.
Yeah.
Just like I'm from here. I don't know.
But I've been here.
Where you
I'm
from?
here.
South Sac. I'm from out
South
here.
Side. South Side.
Sacktown in the
That's
house.
like me shouting out Greenhaven.
What? Hey,
Hey, shout out to Greenhaven. I went to high school
Pocket.
there. The shit was wild. The shit was like
we go to the
violence.
Nuggets. Hey, be proud of where I.
Good.
He gets so embarrassed when me and my best friend get together and we just start just throwing like Elk Grove was the hardest place ever to go. It was a little rough though.
Greenhaven was hard as fuck. Y'all don't understand.
No, it
Shit was
wasn't.
criminal.
When I was brought up, there wasn't even black people there. Now there's black people there.
Oh God,
Yeah.
yeah. No, let me say this: Greenhaven had black people, but it had a small group of elitist black people, and they
was
were
with-
quite criminal minded. Just so you know.
All
Anyway,
the
it's
ones that I
stories.
knew, they thought they were Asian. Nothing wrong with that, but they thought they were Asian. So So I'm just, facts. You know, if your feelings are hurt, talk
Yeah,
about
my
you.
shit's facts too. Don't challenge me.
She went to like
We spitting straight
she's
facts.
you guys. There's no brown in her cup. She's spicy
I don't need
tonight.
any.
She was very very juiced. Like
I'm excited.
Giddy. Yeah, no,
We're
this is
having
good,
so
good.
much fun here.
That's good.
MJ, I
It's
love
kinda when I
you
need it.
to
Oh,
death.
What is in this
CB's
week?
in the house reporting. JP, he's been dodging
this
us
week.
for a minute, just so you know. Nah, just kidding.
He's
JK,
busy.
I'm
He's
just
busy.
kidding.
I
So,
that new life, man.
like those, yeah.
I
that
ain't gonna
new
lie,
life.
shout out SFK. That's what we smoking right now. We just smoked that mochi and that white
I got
Skittles.
something in my hand right now.
White Skittles and
Shout 'em out.
mochi,
Yeah.
sugar beans.
You know, I love the guests that bring things, and he
Yeah,
came in here
yeah.
with 2 bags.
Right.
So we're gonna
Ain't
bring
no
that out.
games.
But
Oh,
before I do that, I need to go ahead and you know what we need to talk about. We're talking about gifts and bundles and things that are awesome to
Valentine's
provide to
Day, yes.
other connoisseurs. Maybe somebody that's just starting off. And so we have our monthly subscription box service. My girl there, who's a genius. She has an awesome supportive family. Literally, I call her mom and dad.
Yes.
Mom and dad. Great energy, really good product. It's something that you'd be able to give to somebody and they can go ahead and pick up the subscription service because they're going to want to continue to have that.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, dang, that was nice.
Yeah,
I want to keep
let me
it
get that.
going.
Yeah. So they offer a variety of boxes that you can customize to fit your preferences. Each box will always have a value exceeding $150. But guess how much you're gonna pay? Guess how much? Exceeding 150, but you're going to pay.
One low price of
$39.95.
I know, right?
$39.95.
100. It was just still good.
we saw-
$50 in savings. That's a little bit of gas.
Nah, that's dope.
It
A
is.
bottle. Not the walk-in movies, but you can go to drive-in
You
movies.
can do a lot.
So and have a good time. So and get your products with you from monthly. It's get lit. It's starting right now. So
My last one with no bags.
so when you subscribe, you get to try new products each month. So over the year, that's 72 new products that you get to try. So subscribe today at monthleaf.com. Also, that is my collaborator with the Create and Elevate events. And we are having a very special, let's talk about sex. Do you know I had like 3 seconds of that and Instagram took my damn marketing video down? I was like, what?
What? Was it because
Do you have copyright for that? I was like, do
Well,
you have copyright for that?
No,
like,
listen,
it's
listen.
so
You know,
ridiculous.
Salt. She was hella salty.
I don't know salt, but yes.
Salt had a little show. Don't say you don't remember Salt and Pepper show.
Yes.
And Salt was salty as fuck, and she was like, I don't want.
We can go there. We can go there. Yes. Hold on real quick because I gotta let everybody know. I gotta hook you up though because we always got the hookup. It's a community here. It's a thing. It's a vibe. So the MariJayne Maven, of course, she has a little bit of a discount for you when you go and subscribe and order your box. So you want to go ahead and put in the discount code. It's simple. MJMaven10. MJMaven10. And you're going to save 10% off of that. And when you guys join our Patreon, you may get discount codes that's for a little bit more than that 10%. So other than getting to see me behind the scenes and things, that my bad. Oh, sorry, I was spilling my drink. Yes, so you get to see back behind the scenes activities. You get to see trips that we're gonna take.
You want more MJ? This is where you're gonna find it.
I was like, I have more MJ. I just let it go. And actually, all right. So, as I mentioned earlier, we are definitely missing Kobe. What I just want to ask, and I'm gonna shut this down, and we're gonna get into some listener letters, which is a new feature here. So, and we're gonna all be able to give our opinions here. And before that, Lisi's going to kind of share a little bit with us and let us know what she's up to, what you guys can support her in. I will say the hubby got me up Saturday. I was nice and just chilling, watching Big Bang Theory. That's the show that I'm watching, just like binging right now. That shit is hilarious. Hilarious. So, yeah, he said, we gotta go. We got Lisi's thing. And I'm like, what? You talking about? No makeup on and anything, but got up, came through. I know. Why do you guys keep letting me have this go?
I don't know.
Yes. This is the microphone. That's what you guys supposed to tell me, not this. Yeah. So, all right. You guys keep pass by me here. So, what is one thing? It's been a brief moment, but if you have to just identify, what's one thing that you will say you will take away from, the Black Mamba? Is that what he called himself? Yeah. Kobe? Kobe? Mambo?
Man.
Mamba? Yeah, there you go. It's a
You
snake.
hear it
or
all the
something.
time, but you gotta really just, kiss your loved ones before you go.
Facts.
I love what Noy said, give people their flowers when they can smell and their trees when they can inhale them. You know what I'm saying? Stop giving people flowers when they're dead, man. That shit's crazy,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, well, my
Some
love
people
community
love 'em.
says roses are given freely. You know, if roses represent love, you don't hold them back
Right.
for any
Yeah.
reason. You're just
Yeah.
like, look, I got a rose. Here you go. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. I like that. So, what about you, Taylor? What do you think, if you can think of anything?
No, it kind of resonated with me. The first thing I thought about was his wife, though.
I mean,
I
wait,
thought
did you hear how
about
she
that,
found
but-
out?
But no, I didn't hear about her
TMZ.
found out, so-
Oh, it's
Oh,
terrible.
I did
She
see that.
found
I
out,
did see
like,
that, yeah.
come on, Harvey, you could, yes, TMZ, like, Harvey couldn't have, like, dropped her, like, went to the door, like, she found out on TMZ. So, I mean, she was hearing, I mean, her daughters were there with her, so she knew that part of the narrative was false, but she was just waiting just like everybody else. I'm sure she found out earlier, but yes, definitely, I think about
so-
that a lot.
That was the first thing that I thought about, and my heart really resonated with her. As an artist, like people paint people who are deceased immediately, like it's an instant thing, and I never do that. I never paint a deceased artist unless someone asked me to do that and they commission me for that. But I really been thinking about painting Kobe and his daughter for
just-
her,
yeah.
and just send it to her
nice.
without anybody knowing.
Yeah, I mean, that, yeah.
Just because, just to help her heal and just to be remembered like a good image.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna do that. I'm just going back and forth with the idea.
Yeah, I will say, social media world, Black Twitter, y'all are just quick on the draw. There's some good graphic artists and stuff out there, because the
Like,
stuff that I saw within hours, it was like, damn, is this
I
a
mean,
real
that's-
picture? Like, great. So I,
That's the
You
way.
know.
I'm not shooting anybody down. Like,
no,
that's
no,
the
I'm
way
just
that
saying
I-
that's something I thought about, just how
Yeah.
often I saw that, and
I just want to make it
you
clear
know.
though that like I'm not shooting anybody down. That's how people also express themselves and help the world heal.
Yes,
and
yeah.
that's good. But I just, for me personally, especially since I wasn't like, oh my God, Kobe. I don't feel comfortable like painting someone that I wasn't already thinking about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Or was
yeah.
inspired by. So, but I recently got in a car accident, so I'm already on the hip, like the touch, like I can die tomorrow. So like,
Right.
you know,
When your like energy comes in contact with your physical
Yeah.
in a way that lets you know, oh shit, this shit's really attached.
But like, yes, yeah. Like, oh wait, oh, okay.
so it was just a reminder.
Man, okay, wait.
Right.
I'm not gonna regenerate. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, yeah. And I remember seeing the pictures of the wreckage.
Yeah.
It was
Oh God, I haven't seen
It was
that
pretty
yet.
bad.
Oh yikes.
Yeah.
Wow.
I haven't even.
For those who don't know, I got in a car accident the day before Thanksgiving, and I rolled about 4 or 5 times.
Oh God, I've been in a role, and most people haven't been in a role.
I've never been in a
And-
role.
yeah. Hallelujah. Let's not
And
yes,
you look
put out
like
there.
you're
Yes.
walking okay.
I mean, I wasn't even scared when it happened.
but the
You got your
role is a
seatbelt on?
motherfucking trip. Like
Huh?
you'll never
What'd
You
know
got your
it.
seatbelt on?
Yeah.
didn't
If
have
I
a
didn't,
seatbelt
I
on.
probably wouldn't be here.
It was
if I
that
didn't
pretty
have-
bad. Yeah, it was.
You did
was
an
pretty bad.
ejection.
It took like
Lord,
literally
this
took my
sounds
breath
like
away, and I was like,
seatbelt
I
I
just
was in
talked
a
to her,
role
and
that
she got
could
out
have
of that.
resulted
Yeah.
I
in
will
ejection, and it
say
didn't.
about this accident though, every single window is busted in.
Oh yeah.
Except for my driver's side window, and then on the windshield, the whole glass is busted in except for on the driver's side. So all that was still intact. Like my driver's
Wow.
side window was completely intact without a scratch, but everything else was gone.
I don't care what you believe in or not. Like something was
crazy.
it just wasn't your time.
I
It
mean,
just
when I was
wasn't-
rolling, it was slow motion, very slow motion for me.
Oh,
but I
yeah,
also felt like
rolls.
I was being pushed down to the seat, where like I just felt like I was in a riot.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was no fear, nothing.
Yeah, I know.
It's
what you-
crazy. You become one with all this shit rolling around you. Like
Yeah.
you in this fucking car, this
Yeah.
luggage, this glass. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
That's
Yeah.
what it sounds like it would be like.
crazy.
Too.
like
That's
in the movies,
crazy.
like when they're showing
and
everything.
comes
Yeah,
to-
yeah,
comes
that's crazy
to
though.
A blank
So-
stop.
That's
where
crazy.
you ask, am I
Yo
alive?"
guys kind of see a little bit of vision of it because there is a piece that
I was gonna say, were
from
you
our show.
reflective? Like, did you heal and kind of get through it? By through your art is.
Oh yeah.
And is it something that you keep private, or obviously now you just mentioned that you'll be sharing
No,
something, but
it's not even like it's never been like I said. I wasn't, and when it happened, I didn't think that something negative was gonna happen. But so many positive things have happened to me from that accident. And just to give a little tidbit, like I told you, it was like God said, "Watch me move mountains with one blow," and that was one blow. It was
There you
more
go,
like
there you
him,
go.
more like
Here.
him flicking my car and be
deep.
like,
Yes.
"Here's some sense, knock some sense into you."
Mr. Jones, I needed like a church organ after she just said that. Like,
yes.
Shirley Caesar saying something
I'm
in the
with
background
it.
here.
I'm
Needed
with
that.
it because I've been
Yes,
in the
yeah.
same kind of nutty accidents, and there's
Yeah.
just not a lot of people who have been.
Yeah. So
Yeah, the hubby was in a pretty gnarly accident in September. That's- I was like, is that the beginning of what song started like that? What song songs that start like that?
Beans.
Was it?
Beans.
No, was it not Prince?
Tomatoes. She said Shirley Caesar. I was sorry.
I don't know if y'all can hear this or not, but keep that in. Put that file in the file for that episode, okay? Because we need all that. Our pussy power episode. So actually, now that we're in a room full of men, we have decided that we are going to provide equal opportunity for shows. So we're going to have a once a month pussy power episode as we have been, but we want to go ahead and have one that is dedicated to and see
the power of the
what I call it was so the people say so the OP okay. That's it. Oh my God, that movie that shit is hilarious. Paul Rudd and that scene in that movie. Have you guys seen that movie Wanderlust? Yeah. He's in the mirror. So him and his wife moved. Jennifer Aniston. They moved from the city to just basically like a commune, but it ends up being like a free love swingers type of everything. Shit. So she's attracted to somebody, so they end up agreeing that they're gonna go ahead and participate fully. Sure. And he's in the mirror pumping himself up, and he's like, "You ready to take this dick?" And he goes, "It is, yeah." He's like, "Why am I Cajun?" But it was hilarious. Yeah, Paul Rudd's good, and I think that was not the brother in Clueless, wasn't he? He looks like he did in Clueless. What?
I just remember
her stepbrother. You've seen Clueless.
Yeah, but that I don't know.
You out there?
I know
the stepbrother.
Right, the brother. Okay, yes,
Yes.
it is exactly.
What were y'all watching?
She had a
what
little
kind of
love
Clueless
interest,
were y'all watching?
but I dismissed that little bullshit love interest. I was like, man, get out of here.
You have got to sit down and watch Clueless with your daughter. She's what, 16, 17?
Yeah, I guess we gotta check that off the box.
Yeah, you can do that.
Don't do it.
Mean Girls.
Saturday action.
Mean Girls.
Don't do it.
Little sweet 16 candles. Those are 6, okay?
They are.
I thought that's how my high school life was gonna be. I thought I was going to have a friend that was like Ducky, and that I was gonna get asked to prom by somebody named Blaine. Like I'm
not watching that shit with my dad. No.
You're not, because you're not 16. So you're correct. You're not. You are.
I wouldn't have then. I'm not gonna now.
He's good vibe, good father. It'd be cute for him to sit up and and watch.
No, but the movies are crazy. I love it.
It's better than like when my parents used to rent stuff and then be like, "Close your eyes."
That was the worst. You're like, "What are you doing?"
Like I can see that
close
still.
Your eyes,
Why don't look?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and put that on later, and have the remote control right here. So when I hear you, I'm gonna change it real quick. You did that. Everybody did that.
Everybody did do that. That was the weird part. It's like, what are you doing? Don't stop.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. Okay.
Right.
I'm hearing you.
Parent,
I'm hearing you.
I'm
feeling you. I'm hearing you. So so we're off topic again.
I love when you said rent the movie. You just took me back to Blockbuster.
Oh.
Blockbuster, man.
R.I.P.
There's one open in the country.
Word. Where?
In Oregon.
It's
a franchise its own. They was like the one that got so and people are there. They have like a pop-up shop and shit, like
exactly.
Yellow shirts.
It's like retro now.
Can't you yellow shirts with the Blockbuster thing on it? Fire, right? People are gonna sell that to Second City or whatever for $500. But it was the thing. You went and you walked around. You wanted that movie and it wasn't there, so you're like, shit, let's wait and see if somebody brings it back.
I just have memories of my mom not letting me get the movie I wanted to get.
Oh, wow, damn.
Because she wanted to get the movie she wanted.
Yeah, it's because you can only get 2, right?
Yep.
And then they upped it like 3, but you had to pay more. Oh. Damn, and that wasn't that long ago. But
was
damn.
it me or the movie one was never there when it came
Ever.
out?
That's what I'm saying. You had to kind of hang out. But
you knew that the movie was there by whether the case had something behind it. And if it had nothing behind it, then you were like, oh, it's out.
And they got you. They were like the originators of like the whole Target thing when we put the good shit in front, because you would end up having popcorn. You ask your parents, it's 2 Sprites for $1.49, and you get your 2 Sprites and your candy. They started that shit. Oh, Netflix, what'd you do to Blockbuster?
Aww.
Yeah.
Shots fired.
But did you guys probably didn't have it on the East Coast, but a 49er video? Did anybody have that? We had one, and they had the adult area, and all it was just like a sheet, So me and my friends used to go in there and be like, yeah.
Or the little beads.
Yeah, just like, what was that separating? Like, what the? was separating.
Stop! Don't look.
Right, exactly.
Same
And I can see
shit.
everything just walking by. That's how it was in Evangeline's downtown.
I would
I've
say
definitely.
they still have little shops like that. In
They do. Evangeline's
downtown
is
and
still like that in Old Sac. They
Even
got
in
their
the flea
little
market.
private area, and I
The
guess you're
Folsom-
expected to keep
Oh,
your
yeah.
Flea
child
market.
out.
That's where we're
Oh,
going.
really?
Yeah,
I haven't
they got
been
a little
there.
shop in
Y'all
there.
gotta keep letting stopping on me. Like you gotta give it to me,
Coming
say
this
be
way.
quiet, and let me and
Swing
then
it this
take it
way,
from me.
homie.
Okay. See.
Pass my
Swing it
feet.
this my way. Okay. So some good stuff. Good Lord. All right. So we should have a lit scale on each episode because
Yes.
the litage
It's
that I am
lit.
right now.
It's litty
it's-
right now.
You, I mean, you guys. I'm watching her. She just puffed. Normally she's like, I'm good, and she just kind of hits her little pen and sits back. She's trying to be a champion in the circle today.
Well, they were the pre-rolls and in paper, not in this. What is this? Yeah, right, tobacco products and stuff. So
She knows what it is.
Pass that
She'll get on her. She's a
shit.
nurse, so she'll
I'm
get on her thing.
already lit.
Yes. Good thing she's not driving home.
Exactly.
So, So what I also want to kind of shout out, before we get into the listener letters, I do want to talk about what Lacey B has been doing, or what she will be doing as well in Sacramento. When you guys see her at the mini gatherings, we're not quite there, but our community is definitely growing where you're able to get together. People are chill. You may come out smelling like, whoo, like that. Whoa. But good times. And you got some, stuff in your pocket and you didn't, spend crazy on it. Or maybe you just went and got some wellness. Maybe you just went and got some donuts. Maybe you just went and got some dabs. Maybe you went and got a CBD infused massage like you will on February the 15th for the Create and Elevate. I just had to throw that out there.
Nice.
So,
That sounds
yes,
nice.
it's a couple things, you got a
I've never
new
had
baby.
a CBD massage.
Come on out, learn some techniques, that queen of yours that
Oh,
just
you-
gave you
you
your
show
baby.
your girl and vice versa.
Yes, there'll be somebody showing. Yeah, so we'll
shit.
talk about that.
Yeah, let me know.
Yes, it's all good.
Don't
There's
sweat the
limited tickets, so
technique.
don't play y'all. So, but Lacey B is out there. She's out in the streets. She's just, she was.
She's
out there.
Out there, no, okay. Her dude's like out there where? He's watching right now. He's typing right now, huh, baby? He's like, well, out there where? No.
She's in the farm. Okay. Before you
Yeah, she's
spark.
she's out there. She's doing the legwork,
If
groundwork.
you know about him, if you know, then you know about him. So it's more
Right.
so like those events to where it's
Membership,
If
private
you-
get-togethers.
if you know.
Farmers markets, but at those events and others, it could be Sacramento has hella art events. I mean, there's so many events going on this weekend. It's ridiculous. There's an event going on at Tiger tomorrow. My friend that Baddie Sauce Daily Dose Healing. Yes, she's throwing that, a little collabo at Tiger After Dark. Tiger's like, all right, this is what we're going to do.
Tiger After Dark got
Tiger After
caught
Dark is
snapping.
cracking.
Remember?
Tiger in the
Yeah.
daytime, I don't know.
yeah, no, that has been
Tiger Before Dark, I don't know, but
I'm excited to go.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah, so
gonna make that for
there's
sure.
that. We have I don't know, somebody over here has a studio, art gallery opening. I mean,
Launch.
just
And that's
so
Saturday.
special.
Launch
That's
opening.
February 1st.
That
That's
is February
Saturday, yes,
1st,
yes.
4 to 8:30.
There's another
Where is
event
it
as
at?
well.
Where's your studio?
800 J Street, Suite
Shout that out.
521, Sacramento,
Shout that
California,
out.
Say
95814.
it again. No,
You
no,
got-
say it
so
louder,
fifth,
girl.
so
Say
fifth
it
and
louder.
J, fifth and
Yes.
J.
800
Eight.
J
That
Street,
building,
800.
yeah.
Suite
Let me tell you guys.
521,
Okay.
Sacramento, California,
Sacramento.
95814.
There you
Okay.
go.
Definitely.
Hey,
So that's
Sacktown.
Make sure I make that.
Sacktown.
because I
You're
think
close
it's
to
gonna be
800, yes.
dope.
She's
Yes, 800 J. 800 J Street.
All right. Eighth
She's
and J.
right there.
Left or right?
I'm
the building right there.
adjacent from the Cesar Chavez Park.
The
Perfect.
private
Make sure everybody goes and gets their
looking
address
places.
down.
But let me tell you, if you follow her on Instagram or you've seen any event or anything, this space, you're like, damn, this is gonna be crazy huge. This is in a warehouse. What she does with her space is awesome, and excellent job. I mean, I walked in and I was like, I can draw stickmen, and so yeah, she has really cool things going on there. I mean, I'm sure you're gonna have other events.
Can I ask you a question about
Yeah.
your place of business?
Yes.
So you go there and create, like you go there and draw, get down, like I go there and tag up some
You
of your
got time?
walls, like what's up?
You got time?
And tag up some. You're so East Coast.
So before
You
I
got
get
Tim's on?
into everything, I want to shout out my media director. back
Hey,
here.
over there,
This is
doing
Mr.
a
Good
great
Ideas,
job.
Visionary United.
Yes.
He actually he does the photography aspect and the media aspect in my studio. So I do provide photography services that he does.
Okay.
So shout out to him.
Hey.
And then what I do is I teach children in art classes.
Which is what I love.
I actually teach. Yes, I do paint and sips too, but I actually instruct children in art classes as well.
We gotta come back.
Do
to
you
paint
prefer?
sips.
Do you prefer children over, folks getting a little lit and
No.
painting things that are
No.
not on the scale of what you had?
Since
I
you
don't-
know, I'm a preschool teacher too.
Okay.
So I'm a-
That's the vibe. That's the
That's
vibe.
what saying.
So I
I'm
appreciate-
shag your walls up. I didn't know what type of facility it was.
Yeah, so I
No
appreciate
disrespect.
No, it's just-
appreciate
That's,
adults when I get
I'm
them.
sure. I'm sure.
Because I'm not burnt.
I give it to you.
I don't want to mess up my business, so I accept all children classes,
That's
right?
right.
But
It's like,
you know,
I'm gonna say this.
I get the break.
Yeah.
I like the break that I get with adult classes and the fun that I get to have.
Preschool teachers who are passionate and who are really good, you get it. Like I used to give my son's teachers like, what you wine? What do you want for? Like I'd get them anything. Cause I'm like, I tell my children just go and do something. Sometimes just go. So the dedication that you show, especially to molding that that age and that brain and really being the foundation to how they feel about education is important. So I can see. Okay.
So
okay,
I have
okay.
so I would just break down the studio. I have a performance stage for performances, artist talks, and various different events, conferences and stuff like that. I have a space where I do everything in there, and then I have my kitchen that I renovated into a faux cafe. And I have a dance and yoga center.
Fire.
I'm actually currently looking for a dance teacher and a yoga teacher.
Oh,
so
I
if
have
anybody,
some
What kind of
teacher
dance?
recommendations.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I would just like to offer the space for people to come
This is awesome.
and have
Yeah.
a class
Yeah.
of all genres of dance.
Yes, yes.
And then I have my small clothing merch store that I sell tailored clothing out of.
Okay.
And it's dope. Like I was like, I'm gonna need to collab with you on some MariJayne Maven stuff. Like it's just, and her pieces are like, yep, that came from you.
Yeah.
It's made for each person, but you know that it came from you. It's
Right.
yeah.
That sounds
this
amazing.
is-
Congratulations.
Yeah. Good energy.
Yeah,
It's great
congratulations.
energy.
Like
Yeah.
the
I wasn't
Citizen is
expecting
your
all that.
neighbor
No, you
now?
should come on out.
I
Yeah,
will,
come on out.
yeah.
The
Yeah.
Citizen Hotel is like one of your neighbors.
Yeah,
now.
and the arena, the
Right. And
what do you call it?
The
Doco.
Doco, that whole thing over there.
You're so doco.
So,
I love it.
Jibby, how long have you been here again? And been
I've been
inside?
here 2.5 years.
2.5
Shout
years.
Out Sacktown, my
Yeah.
first home in California.
Yes.
Man. Sacktown, the background. You feel me?
Hey,
I
hey,
fucks with Sack, man.
he just fit right. When I met him, I was like, "You're not from here," because I was for sure he was from South Sac or
Word, I'm so
Del Paso Heights.
I'm
Like
from
I
the north,
swore,
homie.
like I
I'm from
swore.
mighty north.
The
know,
North
yeah.
with an F.
No, I just thought I was
That's
like,
where
oh,
I was told. That's where I'm from. It's like, you know
yeah.
what
See,
I'm
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, North. That's what I'm saying. Like all his friends named
from
her
North Jersey, too.
Quan or H Quan or
And
something
North
like
Jersey.
Yeah. So
Love
just
it.
saying, but yeah, no, he definitely when he moved here, I was telling him a whole bunch of stuff. I remember we were at dinner and at the napkin, you were like, okay, I was like, I take your wife here and do this and do that. How are you liking, especially the area that you live in, where it's kind of being rebuilt now? Because when you moved there, things were kind of on the decline a little bit, or right in the stall because of big businesses moving maybe to the Doco.
Yeah,
hint,
so I
hint.
did peep some of that. I moved to Natomas, you know what I'm saying? And I was on the other side of 80, I guess, south. Natomas, you know what
Okay,
I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
I didn't know what
We
that
lived on
meant,
that side,
you know what
too.
I'm saying? But now I'm on the other side, what they say, the other side of 80. I'm like, oh, okay, the other side of 80, okay.
Like I live over there by you have to say like the Rayleighs or the Bel Air right there on. I'm over there by
Got you,
Intercom.
got you.
Like
Are
you say
you
stuff. I'm the Intercom
serious?
side.
Really?
So I do see the difference.
you have
It's cool,
kids
and I
in the
and I've
school, yeah.
I've seen from where I moved, because I was at the end of West El Camino. They built a whole community on the other side.
We
of
were
the
over there
road.
too back in the day.
In 2 years.
Pheasant
I
Point.
wasn't there when I moved here. You know,
I
that
drove
was
through
a
there. I
feel.
was like, when did y'all get us Sprouts? I was like, what is going on over here?
Right.
I was like, Cheers is still over there
Shout
in the
out.
press, but
It's dope. I like
Listen,
it. I like
shout
it.
out to Robola in the middle of Rio Linda. What's up, Robola?
I guess that's a thing.
Hey,
You guys know.
hey, my Robola people.
That's everything.
Shout out to North Highlands. I got a lot of homies out there. I made a lot of cool friends out there. Yeah, my man from North
Yeah.
Highlands. No doubt. Yeah,
So,
I met
Elk
some good
Grove?
people
No,
from out there, real shit.
Green Haven. No.
We real sack in this bitch.
Oh my gosh.
Hubby's like, stop it right now. What's wrong
We're
with you?
cheesy.
What's wrong with you? So, what is the best thing? I mean, you're in Cali, so do you're I'm sure you've had family come to visit. Are they all eager to be out here in California? Is it a lot different than what you thought?
Yeah, they love it out here. It's paradise out here compared to where we're from, man.
It's cold. I don't know how you do that.
Just the weather, the people. You know what I mean? Everybody's so mad. It's cold out. You know what I'm saying? It's just we don't have to deal with that out here, man. Like, and just the weed, just being able to smoke and do what I do with the weed.
Right.
Like I can't tell you how many levels of stress that came down. Like
Right? Yes,
you know what I
being
mean?
a
I got
breadwinner.
PTSD from Jersey.
She is over here kicking me. I don't know what she is doing right now.
Trying to get
I
my
think she
phone.
needs to,
Just keeping it real, just living outside of the environment I grew up in. You know what I'm saying? Being able to
Yeah.
start over and being away from a lot of negative situations I grew up in and I can't avoid because that's just where you're from. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And did you have family
what it
and
is.
people, like acquaintances out in the area, Northern Cali? And
yeah, my dad's
what's out
got 8 siblings, so a couple of them
Okay.
landed out here. So by default, I got some cousins out
Okay,
here.
so perfect.
Shout out
Okay.
to Oakland.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? The town.
Richmond.
I got some family out
I'm surprised he
there.
didn't say Richmond.
Vallejo. From the
Valllejo.
Benicia, and I got a cousin in Auburn, so you know.
Okay, yeah, so
It
you
wasn't
got,
a- it
you're
wasn't
down
a
the freeway,
dead
you're like
start,
all the way
you know,
down
I
the
had a
freeway
couple
there.
people-
Hercules.
She's just gonna keep
Yeah,
naming the
down
cities.
freeway on 80. And you know what's crazy?
Antioch, Pittsburgh, she's just gonna keep naming them.
You know what's crazy? I used to
Shout out
drive
to
on
Pannell.
80 in Jersey every day too. You know what I'm
Really?
saying? Yeah, same
80
highway.
goes all the way across the country
I
like
go
that?
right home. 2.5 days.
Oh no, are you serious?
Straight up, I'll
oh.
go right home. You go right to New York, Washington Heights.
And you go from this weather to like blizzards? Oh no.
What are you talking about,
Oh,
driving?
it's terrible.
Yeah.
No, I'm not talking about driving that ever again. I did it twice.
Oh, okay.
I'm done.
When you moved out here, did you have
I
to?
moved my wifey for lifey. Shout out to Tiana
Hey,
out to
beautiful
Jersey,
queen.
and in 06, and then in 2017 we moved out here. So I did the.
Oh.
I'm never doing it again.
I'll be like, we starting over. We gonna get everything. We'll
So
start the
ass.
Dollar Tree when we get
It's
there.
really-
Like we take our
And
clothes,
it's cool.
let's go.
I did the lower tier on the way out, and then the upper tier on the way back. So I seen both. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And I'm good on that.
I think
ride.
it's definitely would be nice to see America.
But
though. I know
you
it's-
could like
it's
write
good
that.
perspective,
That's
yeah.
one for the books, though.
is,
You
though.
know,
It
like
is. I'm
for
talking
real.
shit. It was
Who's
dope.
got that much travel heart? You know.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I listen to a lot of podcasts, and
That's
if
some
you guys
Jack
do it, you can listen to
Kerouac.
ours.
Yeah,
shout out
that's
to
some
my
But I would
Jack
do that.
for
Kerouac
thugging
shit.
it out with me. He took that whole ride with me, man. Had a panic attack while he was driving my entire house on the thing with my car in the back. I
Yeah,
had to
see.
do breathing techniques with him to calm him down.
That's
and
how
get him
that-
out. Oh, it
see,
was terrible,
that's like
bro.
you can only go like 60, when you got so, and I feel like I'm just, it makes me anxious to drive
You
below
get nutty out
70.
there driving for a couple of days.
Oh,
man.
yeah. Oh,
Smoking
yeah.
too. You feel me?
Yeah, so you got to be careful and looking
Yeah,
around and doing everything. Oh yeah, see, and we used to be so like in your face with it. Our
Right.
our tray that we roll on to this day, we used to have in the back window of my car riding around like it's in my car. Say something. We
No, you didn't.
in Davis. Oh yeah, we did. Yes, we did. We were like, say something.
terrible.
Say something. Yeah, to anybody, but. Us young. I know nothing. It's okay. I'm just telling. It's just my truth. Just my truth. So,
It is.
where did you and your wife meet?
In Phoenix.
Okay, Phoenix. All
Yeah,
right.
Phoenix, this is like a real butterfly effect. Like if I didn't turn around to get her number in the store, like I probably wouldn't even be here though.
Oh my, isn't that dumb? That's so cute.
It's crazy.
Wow, butterfly effect. Oh shit.
I don't need to get on, be on the show.
But it's the truth,
but
you
it's
know.
the truth.
It is
true.
leading up to Valentine's Day.
Yeah, it's the
It's
month
like,
of love.
yeah,
Valentine's Day.
random on vacation, getting something to wear in the gym. You know what I'm saying?
That's-
She's the
okay.
chick in the back, making sure you don't steal shit. Giving you a 3 because you have 3 items.
She looked this way and was like, "You can
Yeah, I
have that
caught a
one."
couple smiles and like, I'm gonna try to get
I
can do that.
promotion.
got the number, and then we go back to like
Aw,
9-7, man.
that's
We're like
cute.
pen pals and
Keep
shit.
doing that on
Like,
social
media.
home phone numbers and shit. Like,
Oh, home phone. Oh,
yeah,
Home
right.
phone number.
we used to talk on home
How
phone.
romantic is
Crazy.
that?
We used to
Like,
like-
she knew my
yeah.
mama's home phone.
On that note, JP,
Oh,
I got
man.
some promotion for you. Valentine's Day is coming
yes.
up, and the studio does date night, paint night.
Oh,
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
drop it now. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
we're all
talking about.
That, yeah.
So I provide the wine and the food platter, or if you don't drink, cider or anything. So
Okay.
I just put that out there.
Yeah, that's what's
Okay.
up.
Yes,
Do
I
you
like
have
that.
your
To
subjects?
everybody.
Do you have
We
your
like that.
subject already?
I do have my subject already, but there's something you preferred for me to paint, or if you want it to be a surprise for her, I can do that. Or if they want their partner to be a surprise for them, I got that.
Okay, so you got a little personalization.
That's a nice,
as well.
twist on a boudoir.
Yep.
Do you do
Shoot.
a smoking paint?
Do I what?
Do a smoking paint?
I have not done it.
Can collab.
but,
We're,
but I can do
collab
that.
on that. That's collab.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, that would be really dope.
That's
Do a
good.
little smoke and paint type of event.
Oh yeah.
No, they can't. Oh, okay. Why not?
I don't know if she has to.
But your voice just, carries.
Oh,
So.
yeah, I was asking if they have a smoke.
No, see, there you go. Yeah.
They
No,
can.
it's good. It's good. I got you. It's cool. It's cool. Yes, I'm that. Yes. I don't know. That make me like, ooh, do we want to try that again?
If I did that though,
I don't know.
it would have to be at their venue just because of the building I'm in. I can't smoke in there.
Yeah.
But I do.
Children.
I
Yes,
am a-
there's
yeah, but
lots.
I-
There's venues that are
but
out there.
I am a travel instructor. I've done schools.
Okay.
I've done 60 people, children and families. So I'm very
Nice.
skilled. I used to work at the Car Museum, so I have that background.
Mm-hmm.
So if you did
Same
want
here,
me to
which
go to your venue and do a smoke and paint, I'm definitely down for that.
Okay, I like that. I like that. So we have that. She's just dropping knowledge and what she does, and you
Oh, my
look
bad,
for
I
something
interrupted,
different.
but-
No. That's
No,
what we're
it's all-
doing here.
we
This
love
is a
that.
conversation. We're not, there's nothing
exactly.
stringent here. I mean, I bounced from asking her a question to like over here, and I just remembered. So we're gonna go back over here. So, and then we're gonna go back over here because I want to know a little bit about your business. Like you said, you're just licensed distro. So what are you gonna be starting? What are you gonna be producing? Is it gonna be out here? You want some great brand educators like your girl over here. So yeah, we'll talk about that. But so Miss Lisa B over here, she is out there in the streets finding out everybody's opinion about the Farm to Spark, city of Sacramento.
Yeah.
So
What's up? What
Yeah,
did they
it's
think
just
about
being,
that?
At all the sessions and the events and stuff. Is, I did a poll.
yeah,
So
and we're
I
gonna
did-
continue doing them.
I
So
just
we're
wanted to
gathering
figure
info.
out, like, out of all the people that really go out to the little underground private events and stuff like that, like who smokes flower more than edibles, and kind of like, because there's different types of way you could partake in it,
Right.
just on different types of ways that they affect different people. So hands down, it was really like smoking, like everybody smokes
Really?
flower. Yeah.
Oh.
I believe it. I believe it.
No, stop. Are you guys?
Like,
Well,
yeah.
I'm out of the loop. I'm not even claiming to
And
be
I-
part
and
of
I
y'all's
I get it a lot.
little
Brand
thing
when I
y'all
do
got.
brand education, and I do it for one company that's a vape pen. One, because of the greed media and everything around it. People are like, oh, CNN said, and I'm like, okay, but do you know where you are? Like, this is, I'm not behind the, alley
It's a
going,
place,
hey,
right.
you want 4 carts for $7.50? Like,
Right.
no,
Get outta here with
$7.50.
that
That's another one.
bullshit.
That's another one.
$7.50.
$7.50?
So that's one. We dropping them.
What's it?
See, it just happened. 47. Y'all don't know that either. I'm sorry.
That's the one I knew.
That's good. Yes.
I knew that one.
What is that?
Mike,
The Benjamins girl, what?
That's when he's like,
All about the Benjamin.
You'll never find. Boom. Oh, it's man. Like it's just there are certain movies that just
man.
completely take me back to college when we used to just I don't know how we finished, just smoke and watch movies and shit. Oh my gosh, we were watching was it The Wash or something the other day, and I was like, you remember being in the movie theater and we had like snuck in 32s? And he's like, babe, everybody in Davis had snuck in 32s. Like it was a sellout. Everybody in Davis was in there. All you heard was like it was pretty
Y'all
crazy.
remember when Paid in Full came out? I was in Newark, New Jersey. We was smoking blunts, drinking Hennessy in the
Yeah.
movie
So
theaters.
you
It
talk
was-
to
it
him
was
because
spooky out there.
I've
man.
never seen.
What? You never seen Paid in Full?
I know not
Man, bro.
falling asleep.
Oh wait,
I
I
don't.
think I own
know
Paid
what
in
you
Full. Was
Mackay-
that
is
like
Mackay Pfeiffer in it?
Bokeem? Was
Okay,
Paid
but
in
I've never.
Full
I don't know.
Bokeem?
Like I
Yo,
can't quote
I
it
bought the
like I
bootleg
do
on
everything
Canal.
else.
It was a VHS.
You guys can have a
bootleg.
great movie
And
night,
it was
crunch
a
all the
blank.
chips you want.
I'm
loudly.
not saying I liked
bootleg
it.
I ever bought in my life. on Canal
Really?
Street, New
Did
York.
you?
Yeah, I was heartbroken.
Was it
I
velvet?
spent $10 too.
Was it
It
the
a
crushed velvet?
VHS though.
Oh, did you used to wear
VHS?
do-rags? I feel like
No,
you did.
no,
Oh,
no.
okay.
No, I can't get
I'm
waves.
just.
I can't get waves.
You gotta try. You just gotta try. You gotta train.
Nah, white boys can't get waves, bro.
John B had some.
Nah,
John B
John
had
had no
some.
waves, right?
John B was dipping. Yep.
Nah,
Man.
Misfits.
No, I'm just high thought right there. So yeah, Lisa's gonna be out there. We've talked about. We want to know what your opinion is when you see her out there. When you see me out there,
Flower, though,
we're gonna find out
flower over
a lot of
every-
things.
overall.
It just depends what you're talking about. Who you get it
But
from.
what's after flowers?
What
Is it
night?
vapes or edibles or edibles?
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Really?
yeah.
So vapes
Yeah.
are down
flowers,
low.
edibles.
Damn.
All the connoisseurs
Edibles,
in
you
here.
get bodied off of edibles. Some
Do you-
people
do you?
can't
That's
di-
what I'm
I don't
saying.
know
Like,
how to
just
dial it
depending
in
on
for
your
shit.
tolerance,
I always
like,
take too much.
edibles.
You're just
So I take it for sleep
knock
because
me
I know
out.
if I take too much,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to sleep.
Yeah. Okay. So you're like that's if,
I'm
if
not
the,
the- I'm
the
not
worst
the
thing that's gonna happen is
edible
I'm gonna go to
guy.
sleep. Yeah, it depends on what they are. I like to buy stuff on, discount, and when I get it from my fellow, brand educators, then I'm, buying it. But other than that, I buy some from the vendors that are at the the farmers markets. Some specifically, especially if they're a woman and a woman of color. There's one who she made it was turkey bacon. It was infused. It was honey. I took that on the cruise. I was eating them myself. Like it was so good. Like it was so good. It was so
it
good.
already cooked? Or?
Yeah. And she had it like bagged up. She's like, I had it in my drawer for like a week before we went on the cruise, and she's like, it'll last. Like you don't have to keep it in the fridge. Hella good. And then she has some. She's competition to a really good friend of the show with this popcorn, but her popcorn is pretty good. It's pretty good.
Some popcorn, some bacon,
but
turkey bacon.
That Cali dope corn. That's all.
That shit go though. Like,
have you had any?
I have not.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to get some. Hey friend, we're gonna maybe
So
you can.
wait, how do they use it? The butter? Or?
we never asked. We let them keep their secret.
It is delish. All I know is that I usually end up sneaking it. He sleep at night, and I'm like,
You still eating it, right? Like,
trying to be all quiet and shit, and I'm killing the bag.
You fuck with the edibles, dude?
Just when I got like the munchies just to eat. I don't.
But he eats a little bit, and I'm like, you're no fun.
yeah,
I'm like, let's eat it
I
all.
only eat
I
a
don't
little
get high,
bit.
I just eat them. Like,
Yeah, I only eat a little
like,
bit
if
too.
it
Tastes good as fuck.
Yeah, like I
Yeah,
like
it
gummies,
does.
but I get a whole package.
Like, he likes
It's
gummies, yeah.
You weren't supposed to do that all in
You just
2
like,
minutes.
Okay.
Like, there's one time that he spent like $25, and he looked in the drawer. He was like, ooh. I was like, ooh, what? He's all, I'm eating. I was like, yeah, you didn't realize you were sitting here just eating? Because it was the worms, the sour worms, and he was just, I was like, yeah. So
That's,
he was a little
I
lit.
do the edibles when I already eat a pie, so it's the munchies. So you just start.
Give in to some
back.
munchies.
I had to get up and make cookies later.
I'll be doing the math like, okay, that's 100, that's 200.
You gotta do your
And you know
glucose
it's all bullshit
math.
anyway. That shit ain't.
It's
You know what I mean?
It's
It looks
your
good on the
system.
package.
Everybody's different, right? Like, yeah, we were with somebody a couple weeks ago. She thought she had 10 milligrams and ended up getting like 70 or 80, and her eyes were
Yeah, because
nothing
that's a
near open.
dosage
She was,
or-
but she was just lit, but like the very happy. Lit and just laughed. It was like, girl, what are you laughing at? But she, like she probably slept good.
45 milligram, and it was 450.
Oh,
Candy bar.
Oh,
and it was like
Jesus.
8 squares.
how
It
you
was
think you
supposed to
take?
be- I thought it was 45.25.
Holy shit! Holy
Oh
shit!
God,
And then I
savage.
looked at it again. It was like, oh, and I couldn't get 3 words.
Out. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because the next sentence was coming in too fast.
Yep.
And it was just like, but I mean,
Your brain and your body was like, nah.
I was just getting
Nah.
stuck. Like I couldn't even talk in 30 minutes of that before I just passed
Yeah.
out.
I don't see. Yeah.
Jesus.
So if you're ever that high too, bring a little CBD. Bring you right
Little
down.
antidote.
It won't bring you down, but it'll just actually
But CBD is
prolong.
expensive.
Yeah. Nah. So
So
no, it
who's-
depends on how you get it. It's really not though. You know, you can get a nice pen, get a little bit of flour, because not everybody smokes CBD flour every day.
Right.
So
10 minutes. You'd be right
just-
back down the level.
How
yeah, you'll be cool. I mean, just kind of cruising
antidote for it.
along.
Keep
So
it on hand, like in the medicine cabinet, basically. Yeah. Keep it with the medicine cabinet. is
Keep
what
it
I
in the
would
medicine
say.
cabinet.
Don't fuck with it because you need to sleep.
so your kids can be like, I got it from
Just
you.
leave it in the
So, I got it from the medicine cabinet.
as an antidote.
Yes.
I love it.
So anything new going on? Are you really getting into developing your business? Just jumping in. It takes some time. You're learning a little bit about
I'm
it.
trying to lock down this location, so I just put in the
Okay,
intent of leasing and
Look
talking
at
to the
her.
owner and try to figure out, finishing the deal on that. And I'm still in the core program, so I just finished that core program. So
Okay.
where it's basically like, depending on wherever I want to go, whether it's ancillary
Mm-hmm.
or whether it's delivery or cultivating or manufacturing, it's really kind of to me as far as to where I want to kind of pinpoint that business.
Well, we know with Sacramento where it's kind of limited at this time, so we'll just
so
leave that
what
where it
I
is.
wanna
But
do and how I want
that
to
helps.
do it is basically trying to figure out the laws where consumption will start being legal and when it's even starting to get out into the top.
Can we do it right
being
now?
able to lounge and consume?
Yes,
but
yes,
as of
yes.
Right now, more so.
Why? Is anybody else
it's
getting
just-
feedback right now?
that's just your
Okay.
that's your drink. No, I'm kidding.
But yeah, right now it's not in the talks. But ideally, what I want is a consumption lounge. So I want my
That'd be fire.
unique, specialized Blaze beauty services to where you can come in, you can get relaxed. We'll offer the holistic type of vibe to
Yes,
Yeah.
have
wellness
everything you want
and-
in your life. You want beauty,
It
want
is. I
pampering,
mean,
you
when you
want a
feel good,
blade.
you know, you
Yeah.
look
Why
good.
can't you do
so
it
you,
all?
Exactly. So
Well,
that's really the kind of space I want to kind of do.
I mean, we all know, and if you don't know, you need to find out. Cannabis really plays into all aspects of your life
And
and
wellness.
nothing but a
Yeah.
positive
Whether it's
aspect.
therapeutic or
Yes.
medicinal. Or
Anyway,
however
it just
you know.
completely
It's just your
elevates you. So,
wellness.
yeah,
For
you
your
know,
wellness.
enhances your career opportunities. You
That's
know, you
lit.
are someone as well who believes in that multiple streams of income and you know what it is that you do. And you know, you mentioned the distro. Oh my gosh, it keeps going in and out here.
Art,
So,
knowing
what kind of what are
yourself.
your plans on that level? You
So
kind of have to slowly roll things out with being licensed. Do you have to like jump a few more hurdles? Do you have to pay a lot more? You know,
So-
those green
So that's funny you
things.
say that. Like when you start out with a distro, a couple things gotta happen, and you gotta do it in order, and you gotta do it very strategically. Like you have to,
Yep.
first of all, you have to get your your packaging. You gotta first brand
Mm-hmm.
it, get your packaging. Okay, you gotta get product, then you gotta get it tested. You know what I'm saying? So you
And
can't
tested,
hire a
and
bunch of
tested,
people
tested.
until all this happens,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
you gotta hit the street. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
and let me
so-
know and get it out there. Like the
So
getting
that's kinda
into
where we're
the
at right now. That's real life where
getting
we're
into the
at right now.
customer's hands is the last thing that you actually get, and that is what you want to do, and that takes the longest.
Right.
But
So
that
it's a-
requires perseverance, right? And
For
just
sure, for
staying
sure.
focused.
For sure. It's a 3-man army right now. It's the 2 owners and myself.
Okay.
And a couple drivers. And we've been doing it like that since day one.
Hey,
And,
small.
Right.
That's the way to start. Yeah.
and we don't need, you know what I mean? We're gonna hit the streets first, do the first wave. We got a company gonna hit Southern California for us.
Okay.
We're gonna scoop up a bunch of accounts before that happens. And
Right,
then
that's right.
Yes.
and then it's just
Who
about
needs something?
and then you can it's dope because you can create other lines within your
Within,
distro. You can create other brands. You
Yeah.
can launch your own brands through
Yeah.
your distro. You feel
And
me?
help other,
And
you
can
know,
source
small
to other
businesses.
distros.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
what we're doing right now is we're sourcing other distros. So they'll
Okay.
come get Liquid Live off us. They'll come get concentrates off us. So we're
Nice,
doing
okay.
big brokering deals right
Okay.
now.
Okay.
Keep the
Okay.
cash flow
Big
coming.
things over here.
Damn,
Just-
the lingo. Wait, back it
I
up.
mean,
need to
no,
take
I'm
notes.
surrounded by just greatness here. People making
That's why I like
moves
the
and writing their
podcast,
own thing.
because This is all the guests you have on here, all the skill sets, all the energies that you
Did
have.
I
on
hear
here.
Yeah, this
Liquid
podcast
Live?
is super
I
live.
heard
Curate
Liquid
that,
Live.
curate that.
Liquid Live.
Yes, what I do want to shout out, and
I
I,
heard
and I hope
that.
you don't mind that. What I love about, you were young as well, but
yeah.
these ladies over here that are making moves, they are not even 30 years old,
Oh, that's dope.
and that is
Salute
huge.
to
And I
you.
think that is I know. I wish I
wasn't doing this
wish
shit
I
at
had my shit
30.
together,
Word.
right?
I know.
What I gonna be
Shut
doing?
up.
What I gonna be doing? I was trying to figure out when we was going to Vegas again. Like,
Shut-
hey,
right.
we've only gone twice this year. We need 2 more
Never
trips.
Been to Vegas. Let me put it
got
out there.
What?
I've
That's
never been to
cute.
Vegas. I haven't been really. I'm not
That
a well
hurts
traveled
my
person
heart.
That's
right
funny.
now.
It hurts my
Shout
heart.
out
as
to
old as I
youthful.
am, I haven't been out of
It hurts my heart.
Sacramento, so it's
Youthful.
just sad.
Me and her
Shout
are in the
out to
same
You
boat.
haven't been. I just.
So I just
Y'all are too grown
I
to
know.
not have gone to
So
Vegas now.
there's a story to that though, and I feel like people can relate to me in my age group. We just ain't got it like that.
Kind of like what? Well,
Say-
I guess a little more
Say that
expensive.
again.
No,
I just
because
know
when
it.
we were able to go, we were able to
It wasn't
go
even about
for
money.
cheaper and just.
It's not even about money at the end of the time. It's sometimes about time. Oh, I gotta work.
Right.
Oh, my
to
job,
work too.
my job won't let me
always
take
work.
out vacation.
Some other
Sometimes
time
you get fired.
obligation.
It's just
Please.
always
I
pushing
earn it.
That's why you
off,
gotta
pushing
earn
it
your
off,
own. You gotta
pushing it
become your
off.
own boss.
Exactly.
Become
So
an
now-
entrepreneur.
Did you ever have a
You
job
gotta
like
ask
that,
nobody
though?
Permission. You gotta ask yourself permission.
Yeah.
Exactly.
To go. Yeah, I
Right,
had a job
that
like
fa-
that,
oh,
but I
you
was
did
always
sales
hustling.
jobs and stuff
I was
like
always
the call
hustling,
centers?
So
Yeah.
It wasn't. Oh, I can't get the time off. I'm like, I'm
But
gonna
also,
be
it's
here.
also how what you're used to, what you're surrounded by. So I didn't see anybody going nowhere.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But now I'm in a position where I can go. I went to San Francisco the first time. That's what I said in 2017. I went to San Diego for the first time the day after my accident.
San Diego's dope.
Yeah,
It's beautiful,
Literally
man.
the day after my accident, I made sure I can go. So right now I want to go maybe out of state or
Okay.
out of country.
I like
For sure
that.
out of the country.
Like you have to
soon.
go out of the country.
But I'm
yeah.
ready. I'm ready to make moves, and since I'm not working because of my injury from the accident, I have the time to just go. And
The universe
go
is
travel.
providing,
How old
and they're yelling
How
at
old
you
you?
there.
I'm 29.
Yeah, go see as much stuff as you can. You
Right.
got kids?
Nope.
No,
Go see
right?
I have no. I
Good.
literally have
Before
no
you gotta take them with you.
Nothing stops
You know, right? Right.
Or leave them behind.
I do if you have kids, I'll be traveling. I'll be
Man, we
Take a plate from my book.
Big
I wanna
things.
go to
Man,
Japan
I'll
for my
probably live in
birthday.
Sicily.
Oh, that'd be lit.
Real
talk.
That'd be
My
lit.
taxes
Mine
are
too.
due.
March
That's
23rd. Hey, a
That's
birthday
my
party.
birthday.
Yes, birthday. Hey, Aries right here.
So March
Hey,
23rd, like
March
when I get my
23rd.
taxes, I want because I need to do.
Oh,
the
it
Yeah,
is
go
about
create a
to be.
memory, man. Don't buy shit, buy a memory. I'm telling you,
But-
take
True.
that shit with you forever, man,
Yeah,
for
true.
life.
No, but that's true. I
Expand
mean,
your mind, man.
yeah.
You can't expand your mind if you stay in one spot, man.
we have to.
You see all
That's
your friends do that.
That's how they kind of keep us
Experience.
limited
This
by
is- yeah,
us
yeah,
not
experience
experiencing things. You know, taking the boys to Jamaica and seeing their faces, or seeing when we were in the middle of the ocean and you could see nothing but the ocean. Just seeing, you could see what their little brains were, what they were
Expands the
calculating.
brain.
Yeah,
I need
and
to go to New York.
yeah.
New York is like one of my dreams.
Yo, you gotta go to NY, man.
Yeah.
Got to.
Just as an artist, especially like.
Oh yeah.
I want to go, but I'd probably be
definitely.
that obnoxious, obviously California person. Like, ooh, let me get a big puff coat and some
You better get a
Timbos,
puff
and
coat. You
you
gonna
know,
die out there.
you know. You're like, that's being smart. That's not. No,
Yeah.
I want to do that, but I want to do like walk through all the boroughs and see all the
You ain't walking through all the boroughs. You gonna
Why
be
not?
in
There's a whole
Manhattan and
walking
Brooklyn.
tour. I've looked it up.
You gonna do a walking tour?
There's a
Oh,
whole
God.
walking tour
Ooh,
between. There's like 5, right? He says it all. He
Yo,
said
get an
every
Uber,
time.
get a lift. I'll
gonna
tell
be
you
right
some
there.
cool spots.
You'll be right there with me. Yeah, I want to know.
Yeah.
I want to go somewhere
Take
where
us.
Walking that.
Take
You
us so
crazy?
we got
Y'all
street
talking about
cred
New York,
access.
I would go. I want to
I've
go.
been told you need some time to go out to New York. So if I went to New York, I'd be out there for a month.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
See, that's what you can do when you don't have no kids.
Airbnb out there, something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. You could
online.
probably collaborate with other artists and
I wanna
things.
do murals out there. I
Fire,
want to do all that stuff
fire,
out there.
fire.
On
I
the
like that.
art
Stay in
fly.
So
Brooklyn.
I'm gonna tell y'all something that I've been thinking about doing, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it this year, but I think I want to go on a tour,
Yeah.
and I do like hit different cities and.
Absolutely, you should.
You should get up on the Meetup app, right? Get up on Meetup.
Mm-hmm.
Type the whole description out, and when you hit them cities, just boom, just post it.
Yep.
People will come to your event. Just let them know where it's
Social
at,
media, I mean,
and
just
build,
everything,
You can build
yeah.
little communities
Yeah.
wherever you at.
Yeah,
That's
and
it.
that's all
Networking.
that would get out
Networking.
there and explore the world, and also
Yeah,
like get
man.
myself out there and just do something different. Because musicians go on tour. I can go on
That
tour.
special
Right now,
someone
right.
could be in Carmel, and you have to get out there
Do
to
it.
meet them. You know,
Right.
so.
And Jack Kerouac
Like
was on
that,
tour.
definitely, yes.
Yes. So just as we always do, we can do a good conversation, and then I gotta we gotta wrap
I
everything
know,
up in a
we
nice
got-
little
we got
box
so
and bow.
much
But
in
real
this
quick,
room.
I'm gonna wrap up really quickly. Give a quick synopsis of the listener letters. We're good. So I have a little bit. We're going to. I want to have everybody really quickly. If you haven't seen O'Shea Jackson Jr., that's Ice Cube, right? Yeah. His post, his Dear Kobe post on his Instagram, please go do it. It wraps, I think, the emotions that people feel, because I know that I was seeing some things out there about people going like, oh, I feel bad that I feel this way. Why do I feel this way? I didn't know him. Well, there's reasons behind that, and that's kind of what his purpose within this thing that we call life was, and that mark he was supposed to leave. But he kind of wraps everything up in a really good way where I think it kind of speaks volumes and it speaks for the masses. So I just wanted to drop that because I thought that was awesome. So what I do want to talk about really quickly, since I have some time, is our 3 new segments that we are going to be having on the show. And so they're not all going to happen all at the same time in the same episode, or we would be here and, I might be living here, after everything, paying everything for as long as I like to talk. So we have 3 new interactive kind of things. And one of them is where we're going to have a crowning moment. And this is basically placing the proverbial crown upon the head of somebody that's well deserved in the community, abroad, somebody that's doing something to make a difference and a change. And that is their mission, and they're very out and loud about it. People have probably seen that meme, and I think it's a quote where it's like, fix another queen's crown. I mean, if it's crooked, we need to start doing that. And that's just, if it's a way that we do it and just by giving kudos, warm and fuzzies, then hey, I feel good about it. So we're going to do that. So if anybody has any suggestions, if you want to nominate anybody, you can hit us up. And we will get some information about them and see if they're worthy of the crown. So that's going to be crowning moment.
And
I wanna
don't
come up with a
try-
cute, little slogan.
Don't try to crown any usurpers. Anyway.
What's that?
Like you.
A usurper is like someone who tries to come in and steal a crown. They don't even deserve it. They didn't do anything for it. It's not rightfully theirs. They just try to
I feel like.
in.
Did you just sit in your room and read like the dictionary and?
No, I'm a Game of Thrones fan. Sorry. I'm sorry. A usurper.
I read the
Shout out
dictionary,
to my
the
GOT
thesaurus,
people.
the.
Y'all know what's up.
I like to tease her. She just comes rando.
Try to steal the crown. You better earn it.
Like so rando, but I love it. I love it. So the second is that's hella lit, and we're gonna say it a really cute way. Hey, and I'm gonna make sure I say it in a way that SoCal people get really irritated because I know they don't like hella.
Hella.
What does that mean? Like, what does it not mean? Like, don't so.
Extra.
It's everything. It's everything. So, this is going to be any person, place, or thing that enhances, unites, and helps to move the movement of the local cannabis community and outward community forward. So, if that's opening a space where we can congregate and smoke a little and take a salsa class, then great, we can do that.
Or have
You know?
a bath or some herbal
Maybe
bath.
it's a
There's all-
latex
we got all
class,
kinds of
and
shit going
a
on.
lot of maybe it's
Good stuff.
maybe it's making Real Sex 2020. You can do that. I don't know, maybe, but that would enhance the lives of the community, right? That would enhance your life. Okay,
No, I agree. Like
Just-
if you're
just
making
came to
life
my mind.
better,
Just came to my mind,
have at it.
that's what it's all about. So the last one is what we're gonna actually get into now, and this is a little holler if you hear me. A shout out to my favorite all time, and this is just gonna be listener letters, questions, comments. It's all love, but don't come with something that I may have to come back with a little quip for you with. So we want to keep this all positive. So we do have one that actually plays into the whole Valentine's deal, and
That's right. You said that.
yeah, so we have, and like I said, I'm going to give you a quick synopsis, but we have a young lady who has been dating a gentleman, met him at a dispensary, and I read that, and I was like, really? Did you just throw that in there because it's a weed show? But she says so. It's okay. So they met there.
Makes it relevant.
Right, perfect relationship. They've been going to 49ers games and Warriors games and, and dinners and cruise, all just crazy, like dinner cruises and stuff, and just taking her to Tahoe and Thunder Valleys and just everything. Like
it's very
everything,
active.
right? So
Active.
everything's great, everything's going good. They have not, they've not consummated. They haven't done it, done it yet. Haven't done the nasty yet.
Tripping out. I don't even know what's
All
happening.
these
So
trips.
wait. See, let me get there. Let me get there.
He ain't getting none.
Like, so it kind of plays into the question. So she says they've kind of made out and like dry humped like 8th graders. But he's being a gentleman. He's being a gentleman. She's 20. She's 28, and I think he's 32, if I'm not mistaken.
These are grown folks.
Right.
Yeah. So he's courting her. They're dating. So
No,
not
that's
courting,
not
she's
what's
bullshitting.
happening.
no,
What's
she's
happening
about it.
is-
Look, let me get to the next part because it's my favorite part. Hold on. So I don't know. She sounded like there was like every weekend and staying in places. I don't know, but he's doing it willingly. Okay, so hey, look, she's appreciative. So
She's not doing nothing with him.
so wait, hold on. So one night
Listening.
One night they had dinner at one of the probably most expensive restaurants in Sacramento. She never even knew about it. She never been there.
Was a
He
total
took her there.
surprise?
And he handed her a gift, and in the gift was a letter, basically saying, "Hey, we're going to, a 4-day cruise through Valentine's Day weekend, and we're going to Mexico, and this is kind of like our cementing moment here that it's we're together." Now she was very appreciative.
Did
So
she have a
when they
second
get back
house
to the
she knows
house,
she wants to go?
they get back to the house, and she's like, "I performed the best job that I know how." She's like, "I love performing good jobs," and I'm sure you guys are getting what she's saying here, So,
All right.
so as she goes down, and
Jesus.
look, she was she was very, very detailed. Like I was like, "Babe,
Can I get a copy?
read this again, right?"
Wow, and this is
So
a
yes,
letter.
so she says, "Well, email letter, yeah."
you're
Like
right.
I literally didn't go to the mailbox.
Oh, no, what I'm saying. Damn.
But that'd be
girl.
cute though. But yeah, and if they wrote it in different color ink. Oh, sorry. So so she says, upon a, upward movement, she smelled, and then at the same time, that smell was in her mouth. And she says, it came from that area. And she's like, "All right, I know he goes to the gym. I know he works out a lot, but," she says, "it was just real cheesy." She said it was cheesy, musky, and sorrow mixed. And I was like, God damn, that's a play on words. Yes, cheesy, musty, and sorrow. But she finished because she said she's a trooper.
That's right.
She finished.
That's right.
Problem, conundrum, okay? He basically said, hey, let's she helped him get to the end, and he said, we're going to slow it down. We're going to, when we get out there and get to the cruise and get to Mexico and have a nice romantic night. So now she's like, well, I don't know if he's going to smell like that all the time. And then, so now that I've already said I'm going to go, am I now required to go ahead and go all the way, or can I just go ahead and like handy it or, slob it down?
Back
So-
on the bullshit.
So,
I have a question.
yes.
Is he cut?
Cuts as his body or his penis?
His penis.
No, I'm sure. Yeah, she didn't say that he was uncircumcised. No, she didn't say that at all. So,
Well, I would say this.
I mean,
Bitch, you're tripping for agreeing to leaving the country and cruising around the waters of Mexico with someone
this
who
shit-
you
this
ain't
whole
even
thing
did the
sounds shady.
bump with yet.
Yeah,
well,
man.
she's trying to do the
Don't
bump,
book
bump.
me out of the country.
So, she was supposed to just like jump the man before when he was trying to be like.
It's like we ain't even banged yet. I'm not
She's like
leaving
$10,000
on
out.
waters with you.
she definitely is
Keep
like
your
$10,000.
fucking cheap Ensenada tickets. I'm good.
Damn, I didn't do it. Stop me. Got my man. Jeez, so.
So the cheese dick that you got,
Oh.
you kind of deserved. I'm
Well,
sorry.
I mean,
Ah,
there's
no.
some great product that's out there.
Yeah.
It's by Ballsy.
Ballsy
Ball Wash. It's a great
will
thing.
help
I'm gonna
your
drop it
ass
a little
out,
bit.
though.
I'm gonna drop a little bit.
Yes.
That may help. But also, so what would you guys expect that she's gonna be like bang all 4 days? Like soon as you get there, get to the stateroom, get
That's
it
what,
on.
yeah, well, off top.
We should be there
We should have been did that.
before.
We should have been did that.
So is it because it's Valentine's or because of all the money and the trip, or is it just
She's
simply because it's
fleecing this
Valentine's?
nigga.
Valentine's.
Right.
She's fleecing this nigga.
She, I don't feel like she was. I look, I know
like
game
$10,000.
recognized game, and I don't think so.
Maybe she doesn't
she's
know
not
what
fully
she's doing.
interested, and if at that point,
Yeah.
I don't.
You said Niner games, right?
Yeah, night games.
Yes.
with
How much
S.
your Niner
Bang,
games?
bang,
Come
night
on,
Come on, man.
Man, I don't know. I want to go though. Like next time,
But she's
let me help out.
She's not the one saying no. He is, right?
He's saying that let's take it slow.
So, but
let's
she's
wait
okay
a
with
while.
it.
That, and she was like, we could have gone it
So
before.
it's not
So
even
it's
her.
him.
Bro, hold on.
So-
time out. It's bro.
That
That's-
changes
The whole everything.
Yeah, she said they were just like dry humping, like based
him,
off of just
though.
yeah.
Right. I never
Yeah, so-
assigned any blame. I'm just
saying.
saying the
I'm
whole
confused. I don't know if
situation.
I
I
can
can't.
So that's what I'm
do it.
saying. So
Wait.
that
What
he
is
just
the
moves
question?
differently. Though
So
what you're saying, huh?
The girl's about it, but he's
Yeah.
not.
Okay.
But she-
Does
So I
she
didn't
not want
know
to
Yes,
go?
but
I
he
did
was
not know
taking.
this
He was.
information.
He was courting her. So maybe it's part of his game.
Cheesy did. Oh, he's
Because he has cheesy dick.
All you need is some low trip.
That cheesy dick.
I have a
Yes.
solution. My solution.
Okay, but listen up.
a virgin.
You think he's a virgin?
With that
She said no because she said it. Well,
Well, there's a
I think
solution.
anybody when they were dry humping has a good little roll and stroke and everything. But she said that was good. But
Hey, but that's,
All she
That's
gotta
That's
do.
some
though.
virgin
Who
shit.
does that? Yeah.
That's virgin.
hella old to be doing that.
Some
Good
teenagers.
lord.
I'm
There's a
listening.
solution.
Early
I got a
teens.
solution.
Okay,
All she,
let's
all
hear it,
she
let's hear it.
has to do is tell him she wants to pamper him, right? Then she bathes him herself.
yes,
Then she
That.
get
Wash
rid-
your
see?
ass.
Then
Yes.
get rid of the smell. She washes it up for him, whatever.
Like
and
that.
lays him down, and then she gets on top, and then she gets
I'm
what
works
she
out,
wants.
girl, and there you go.
I niggas
So,
really that
that's-
sensitive. You can tell me to wash my balls.
Yeah, I'll just I'll handle
With
that real
some
quick.
ballsy.
If we can still smash, I'll go handle that
We still gonna get it after this? I'll be right back.
real quick. No problem.
You think I'm gonna say, oh, leave?
I
You
had-
said,
He
I
said
mean,
my
you still really-
nuts smell. Like yeah,
I'll
true.
be back in 5 minutes.
Look, I don't want to simplify the men in here, but yeah, it is pretty that simple. It is that simple. We think way too much about it, so
I absolutely
Some
love
people are
every
sensitive
option.
though.
yeah. I mean,
love
some
every
are, some are.
option, Right. I
Some
love to have that kind of protocol in your mind for whoever
I'm a romantic,
it
you
is.
know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
I like that though. You can tell. Look,
Exactly.
we about to get some DMs. That was she was describing stuff. There was some girl just
Yeah.
like what she said.
Oh, shit.
Right.
Bathe?
Bath or
Wait,
what?
listen.
Lay me on a bed of feathers.
But wait a minute.
She
Hold
can say
on.
his body stinks. She ain't gonna say like your balls stink. Nigga, your nutsack stinks. Like,
You smell
hey,
sweaty.
bro, you
Go
sweaty.
take a
Go take a shower real quick.
Right.
Exactly.
I mean, it has to be pretty
You know,
bad
kill
because you
every
do get
ego,
used
like-
to your man's smell and natural musk, and
But what if a dude
I don't mind it.
asks the
So.
girl that though? What if
See, but you that
goes both ways.
but you definitely have to say it in a
I'm already on
nice
the
way.
You have to deliver that.
Yeah.
So I don't.
I would never say
I,
that.
so yeah.
I date women.
So
all right?
how do you say that nicely?
So
Hey,
I don't
sweetie,
say
man,
nicely. I'm like, I like it fresh. Can you get in the shower?
Yeah, go wash.
Oh man.
But see, that's not even bad though, because you throw the fresh in there,
You could do that either way.
right?
I want
Right?
to tap on that too.
Hey,
Just
hey,
wanna
Statement.
Some lines right there.
Right.
That makes her go, okay. I'll be right back. What you? I'll
Hey,
be.
guys just smashed and we tell our friends.
That's later.
That's it. That's it. We'd be like, yo, that shit was out. That shit was out.
I'm about to not get some pussy right now. Though. Like, I'm not
Yeah.
about to fuck up my time.
Oh my
Like,
gosh.
I'm
Truth.
like,
Truth bombs. Truth
I'll
bombs.
say
Truth.
after that it was like, yeah, that was that smell
True,
a little bit.
true.
Like,
Look, real talk. I've had some girlfriends that are like,
after the third
that nigga's like, excuse me, look, but his socks were dirty, his underwear were dirty, but damn, he wasn't. So I did it anyway. Like I didn't want to lay on his bed because it looked like it hasn't been washed. Like there's girls that do that. Yeah.
I know.
And then we
Girls
just talk
peep
about it.
everything. Girls peep everything.
Oh,
I mean,
everything.
If I want it right now,
Because what we want to
shower
fix.
with you.
We go true and not. Hey,
Well, see, I like your
you should.
romantic
Who is single out there?
vibe
That
coming
part.
up for
That part.
Valentine's
That part.
Day. Like this is like the Prince.
This is me
you
all the
know?
time.
Right.
But see, this all good. So,
You're
ladies,
like- you're
these
like-
men are telling you what they want for Valentine's. So if you don't know, get in the shower. Be like, get in the shower. Do some stuff like
Nothing
that.
wrong with
Hey,
a little
listen,
extra
It was different when we were
romance.
younger though, when you have
hop in the
kids.
shower together, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said.
Now you gotta wait till kids are asleep or your door's locked,
Oh,
extra
man,
locked,
it's
and
fucking
Find time for
was so
romance.
fun. We-
times right now.
It's a part of
man,
the
I be like,
process.
my husband every time they knock on the door or something, he'd be like, "What, hater?" I see just yells, and they know, and they just go right away. So yeah, he's not a hater. He's so cute. He's so cutie baby. The baby. All right, so this has been fun. I could keep going, but we got places to be.
go.
So lots of events going on. You know, we'll have some more amazing guests. Please come back, you two. It was fantastic. I would love to have you guys back for like our Battle of the Sexes kind of episodes. You know, and give some, you know, truth. I mean,
It's lit.
because I'm telling you, we about to have a dating show for this one over here. Because she keep doing what she doing, and we lined up out here. So
Just so
she
you
got
know,
that.
just so you
Okay,
know,
good.
we're
It's the
not
energy, though.
targeting you. It's just kind of the progression
No,
we're
it's-
headed
it's
in.
funny,
And the
like
energy.
you guys-
loving.
You guys are not
health
the only
way.
people who are saying this, but nobody's hitting my line.
they're scared. You know,
Are you
get your stuff
are you
together. Don't be
subconsciously
scared.
not available?
I'm
You might be
available.
putting that energy out.
I mean, I could be. I don't know. But also, I've been told by
Meditate
women that
on
I
it.
intimidate them.
But they like that though.
They do, but then I don't know.
They be playing.
I'm hearing
Look,
crickets.
I don't know
You
how.
gotta
I don't
find
know
the
how to
right
do it.
one, man.
I'm saying, don't be shy.
You
know
can't
what I'm
find
saying?
them out like
And I
at-
like Valentine's Day, so
at, you know,
like
the
when
club.
they take you out.
You can't find them at the what is it?
Hey, she trying to take somebody out, yo.
What's the place where they make the cheap
Look,
drinks?
love is a verb.
Depot. You can't find them at the depot.
looking for this right now.
But yes, so hey, you know. But yes, so everybody, I want you to be able to follow them on their socials, whichever one that you want to, you know, give a shout out to and let everybody know to keep up.
No doubt.
Keep up with JP.
What's
Yeah,
the
at
IG,
JP
y'all?
Vincenzo, at JP Vincenzo,
Vincenzo.
at Daily Dose Exotics,
I like
and at Higher Vibrations NorCal. That's my handles.
I'm gonna start calling you that now. I'm gonna put that in my phone, JP.
lot of
Vincenzo. I'm gonna call
I
him
know.
Vincenzo.
That's my first
Pen.
son's name. I jacked his name for Instagram in case you want to get lit later. You know what
Uh-huh.
I'm saying?
Later,
That's
like,
my son's name.
that's good. He's so cute. So cute. So and Miss, you know,
So for all my non-social
Single,
media users,
available.
my website is tailoredmind.com. That is TAYLORD. That's D as in dog. Mind, MIND as in dog.com. And for social media is at Tailored Mind Studios. Studios with the S at the end.
she's somebody that I have notifications on for, and I don't do that because I'm like, nobody cares that you're in the car right now listening to freaking Color Me Bad. I don't care. So I do hers because they like when she's looking red in the camera, you're like, oh wait, what's she about to talk about? But she's speaking her truth though. It's very enlightening and lets you kind of get an insight. Not kind of, you do to get insight into who she is. So we know what you have. I was like, you have anything special? We know what you have special coming up on Saturday.
My grand opening and actually my third annual art show.
Okay.
February 1st from 4 to 8:30. Come check out. We have artists Stuck in the Tree, Chaz.
Who's supposed to be here right now?
Chaz actually isn't performing, but
he's gonna be there.
He doesn't know.
Beat.
But since I have so much love for him, if he asks to spit something, I'll probably be like, sure, whatever.
He should go ahead and premiere the Menage with MariJayne Maven beginning track that he was supposed to tonight, but I don't know where he's at. So, but
Is Stuck in the Tree performing?
He did.
Stuck in the Tree's performing.
He wasn't feeling good. He was like,
Rocca Bernardo, he's performing, and I have Youth, Just Is, Najee Omari.
Like the story when she was sharing the other day, I was like, damn, it's still going. So it's gonna be lit in
I
there.
have 10 artists, spoken word artists, Velvet Waves, and dancers. Yums, Awkward is dancing, and D Nice is going to be dancing as well.
Nice.
Then I have something secret during Siat's performance that I will be showcasing during her performance that I haven't.
I like secret stuff, knowing what's going on.
I so love that you said the Siat because that came to my mind after last time Chas goes Stuck in a Tree, and we're like, oh, we like that name. And then when I was looking, I was like,
That'll be behind the scenes.
And I
behind
so
the scenes.
wanted to say, I wanted to ask
you guys talk,
someone,
you can
do
whisper
guys
that.
call her
So,
that? 'Cause
Lacey
you
B,
just- I love it.
Lacey B, what you got coming up, boo?
Yes.
Anything? Let people know your eyeshadow's hella pretty, by the way.
I do. So I do my events every Saturday. So February 1st is an event from 2 to 6. But February, I'm definitely gonna try to make it to yours after that, girl. It's going 8:30, so I definitely want to make that. But every Saturday, so every Saturday of every month. If you're not following my business page already, you should be. It's Blaze. That's B as in boy, LAZED as in dog. _916. So make sure you follow me on Instagram.
Y'all know how to follow her, especially in Sacramento. She acting like she's not everybody know her already.
So if you're not already, but definitely stay up to date and make sure you're following my Instagram so that you make sure you know where all those events are happening.
Follow through me, get through these people, and then the boy JP over here. What you got coming up? Because I know you always ready to inspire and motivate.
Check this out. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. So I have events every Tuesday where I teach entrepreneurship. I teach people systems on how to get paid off of utilities. I've built a large organization on the East Coast, about 600 deep, and I'm building an organization out here. So I'm all about multiple streams. You know what I'm saying? I like to connect with people, see what they're all about, see what business of mine can fit in their equation, and just add value to people and help people. Because I know I was that dude that needed a shot. So I want to try to give somebody a shot. You feel me? So
I like that.
Tap in with me Tuesday night. I could show you a dope way to make money.
And we'll share.
Where
You
do
don't
you
mind
do
if I
that
share
on
the
Tuesdays?
address, or do you want me to share your info?
We were doing it in Arden.
Okay, so
I
sharing
just
it.
moved to Roseville. So I get your information.
Okay, so and then I'll share that, and we'll put a post about it and all that good stuff. And if you forget, you can get to me. He's a great speaker, very motivating, I will say, as you can tell, but good energy. You just, radiates and overflows. Thank you.
All y'all, man.
Thank you.
Y'all all dope souls,
So
man.
Saturday I'll be at an event. I'll be at your event, and I'm gonna be keeping the peace. So don't try me. No. And then I'm gonna be speaking. Yeah, security. I'm gonna be speaking at another event at the a new facility, Famille Gallery. Actually, meet with her. Yeah. So we're gonna be there. Me and Miss Monthleaf. And we have our event where you're going to be able to create a CBD or THC infused body lotion, linen spray, sachet, lube. We have 3 different levels to help create and elevate that mood, that vibe, elevating your intimacy. We're going to have some great guests coming up soon. Just keep tapping in. Just say hi. See me around. Yell out MariJayne. It's great. People go, oh, your hair is not as pink it was before. And I'm like, oh, yeah. So love it. All social media.
Yes.
The hubby is over here like, give them right now. So let me give them, okay? Our Patreon. Subscribe on Patreon to get exclusive content and special offers for our dedicated supporters. IG, y'all follow me, at Menage with the MariJayne Maven or at the MariJayne Maven. Facebook, Menage with the MariJayne Maven podcast. He runs that. Twitter, Menage with WIT. You spell it like that? MJMAVN. My bad. Or at MariJayne Maven, which is one I do. And where y'all are watching right now, YouTube, Menage with the MariJayne Maven channel. And on all streaming services, like I said, now iHeart. Next year, I'm calling it. We will be at the iHeart Podcast Awards.
Oh, shit.
Now, we'll be there. We'll be there. We're going to be sitting behind Charlemagne.
Ready.
I'm gonna be able to reach over and be like, "Hey, Charlamagne, what's up?" Yeah, so watch them. I'm calling it. So website, the MariJayne Maven, and my girl here, in all her glory and all her just passion.
Putting up with me, MJ.
Always, you just add something special. So we, Chaz, love you. You're not here,
Where
but
are you at?
we love you. But Chaz, follow him. You'll see him around. Chaz is always somewhere. Always somewhere on retreats. Yes, I'm at him, so I don't want to shout him out. No, I'm kidding. So yes, thank you guys for joining us. Thank you. I hope that you guys took away the kind of energy and the inspiration that these two, like I said, that they radiate and what they're providing to the local community in Sacramento. So check them out. Let's all connect. Wait.